All right. Hi, Justina. Hi, to Scooter. Hi, Margot K. How are you guys? I don't know if you're following the Alex Jones trial. We actually watched it in Zoom, the opening statements, the first two witnesses, and we're going to go over that when we're going to follow the whole trial. So, hi, Larky. Hi, everybody. I'm going to just pull up. I've got my notebook of notes. See, I'm back to my trials. I've got my notebook. But I just want to do the other thing. So just so you know, okay, last month, Alex Jones, and I think everybody should be familiar with Alex Jones, but if you're not familiar with Alex Jones, here's the guy in the thumbnail that has these radio shows, InfoWars, that went on to Facebook and to YouTube and syndicated and running like crazy, where he espoused so many conspiracy theories. And we're going to go into how he tied them into a show and all that stuff, and to a store, and how he came up with website after website, channel after channel, and was just making money like you couldn't believe. But what he was doing is calling things like the Newtown massacre fake and a false flag, and it wasn't real, and they were crisis actors, and just craziness. So last month, a Texas jury ordered Alex Jones to pay nearly $50 million to the parents of one of the slain children, okay? So I will tell you what he's saying about this. Now, this trial that we're hearing is going to decide how much he should pay relatives of 8 victims. And Judge Barbara Bellis found Jones liable without a trial last year after he failed to turn over documents to the family's lawyers. So these are 8 victims now, and the FBI agent William Aldenberg. That's what this trial is about what they should be paid. Okay? Let's see. I want to just say what he's saying before we go over this. And his attorney is Norm Pattis. And you probably remember Norm Pattis is the attorney that represented Fotis Dulos. The guy with the ponytail, right? Okay, so on his InfoWars web show on Tuesday, Alex Jones portrayed himself as the victim of an unfair show trials. How am I handling it? We're at war. This is total tyranny, he said. I'll tell you, we can appeal this for years. We can beat this. This trial is expected to last about a month. It's going to feature testimony from both Alex Jones, his family members, and the family members from Newtown. And let's see here. Jones has been banned from YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify, all because he violated hate speech policies. But he now says he believes the Newtown shooting was real. And at the Texas trial, he testified that he realizes what he said was irresponsible and that it did hurt people's feelings, and he apologized. He continues, however, to insist that his comments were protected under free speech. He said he views the lawsuits as efforts to silence him and put him out of business. And his lawyers say he intends to appeal the judgment against him in Texas. And he's also going to face a third trial back in Texas, which involves the parents of another slain child. But let's talk about today. Okay, so when the prosecutor got up, okay, and hold on one second. He started to talk about Alex Jones, Christopher Matei. It's Mattei, and I believe they did Matty. So he said that, let's see my notes here, that Alex Jones was always talking about conspiracies. When he talked about the pandemic, he talked about global warming, he talked about famine, he talked about the government was always doing stuff to us, and then this stuff would correlate to stuff that was in a shop. So he said that when he was telling you that, have you noticed, he'd come out with something like, have you noticed that fertility rates are declining and sex drives are declining, and that's because the government is doing this and that and the other thing. And then he would be selling this vitality female and male booster, $49.95. It would direct you to that. Then you can beat the government. So everything was it was conspiracy, but it was conspiracy. He was definitely getting them all ready to purchase something in his store. Okay, so he had things like with the pandemic, he was selling all kinds of cleaning agents that would, don't let the government do this to you. They're trying to kill us with these viruses. And that's what he was telling everybody, okay? The government had this plan, and this is what they were going to do. And about gun control, he said that, watch, I'm going to tell you about mass shootings. They're going to come up, and they're trying to take our guns from us, and you'll watch, it's fake. And we'll talk about when that happened. But before we talk about that, they have text messages from David Jones, Alex's father, where he admits that, yes, they connected the products to whatever Alex was talking about. So if he's talking about famine, then he's going to tell you all about this food that they have, these food kits, because we're going to go through a famine, and they're trying to starve us, and they're trying to kill us all out, you want to survive, you buy one of my food kits, storable food, and all of this. And people would buy it, $50, $60, $70, $80, $100. And he had, at the time, millions, but he went into billions of viewers, okay? So he just had exponential growth at this time. Everything he was talking about, he tied into a product. And he started with InfoWars, and then he started going on Facebook and on YouTube, and then he started with a bunch of other websites like Prison, what is it called? Prison TV, and because he said the government's trying to imprison us, they want to, kill us, they're going to take us over. Okay, so yes, he sold super male enhancers and food shortages, so he hawked storable food, and there's chemicals in the water, so he was hawking water filters at $59, and then the radiation levels, so he was hawking iodine, okay, a little bottle of iodine, $48, and then he profited off of the fear, okay, that he created. He created all this fear, and then he profited off it by selling people something, and it was all fake. Text messages were asking managers, how are we doing? They would put back these unbelievable numbers. The beet juice was one of the most crazy things. It was a $40 eyedropper size of beet juice that was sold, for $40. That cost them $4. He manipulated people to buy products based on his fake stories. So at that time, he had 76 million users on the website, and let's see, 22. The prosecutor gets on, and he says that the families that brought this case, would you please stand for the jury? So they stood up. We didn't see them. And he talks about how he met in jury selection. And what he wants to say to the jury is, he says that you have everything you need to decide this, what's going to go on in here. You have your common sense and your life experience. And he said you're going to be able to see Alex Jones and what he did, and you can speak on behalf of the community. You have what you need. That's the common sense. And you know the difference between truth and a lie, and you know about standing up to bullies, and you know that unless you stop a bully, they will never stop themselves. Very interesting. Alex Jones has InfoWars. He built an empire all from Austin, Texas. And he talked all the time about a global plot. Everybody was plotting. Okay, it was a tyrannical government that was trying to enslave us and kill us. So the website, the radio show, InfoWars.com, that I said expanded. he was picked up and he was syndicated. At first he started out, he was working 5 days a week on this radio show. And then people said to him, you know what, if they could see your face, if they could see your mannerisms when you're doing this, it would be so much better. So then he started to post videos, okay? And that helped him spread on. And he started live streams, and he started a news site. And this is funny. He started this news site, and none of them were journalists, okay? But he said they constantly told people that they were. And they used fear to manipulate about this government plot to enslave and then kill us all. InfoWars, and then Prison Planet, and then Prison Planet TV. And he was perfectly advantaged for exponential growth. So he would then start another channel where he would take live video clips. Okay, so he'd do a live, and then they would take the clips and put them on another channel. And he would post this on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all around, and encourage the audience to share everything. And the audience was doing that, and he was growing like crazy. He became very influential. Now, at this time, they're saying 32 million users. And they were tuning in to Alex Jones, telling them about famine, about the pandemic, about that he intentionally said that these viruses were released on us to kill us. And he talked again, like I said, about the mass shootings by the government, and it's all about to take your guns. So he grew his audience and sent them to buy stuff at his store. And this is what the prosecutor is really driving home. And he's bringing up pictures of the products, and he's showing the business model. Okay, and he is orchestrating this fear to sell them a product, and it's working. And David Jones, his father, said they sold products that were connected to the headlines, and that's what they did. And his father gives this big statement, and it says that kind of puffery sells very well. So they knew it. Okay, and we're like talking about the products, like we said before, the Supreme Vitality, the beet juice. And he talked about how law enforcement raced to the school, and Bill Attenberg, who's the FBI agent, 20-year veteran, responded to the school. Where was Alex Jones? He was on his show, just a few hours after this shooting, already starting, okay, with this, that it was fake, it was a false flag, okay, just to get our guns, and he's screaming about it. He said that they're going to come after our guns. Keep your eyes for the mass shootings. They're coming, they're coming, they're coming. And then said, see, here it is. This is all staged. These are crisis actors. This didn't happen. People knew in advance, he said. And he said they're faking their grief. It's all part of a plot to disarm you in this tyrannical government, okay? The Connecticut school massacre looks like a false flag. His video was December 14th, 2012. And then he goes through about how many videos he had about this and keeps going into it and is showing them, like, the day of the shooting, 6 hours after the shooting, the day after the shooting, 3 days after the shooting. And he's showing more and more videos that Alex Jones is putting out there. And he immediately started to go after a father of one of the Sandy Hook children that was murdered there, okay? And he took something the father said about, read the card, the father said, and he said, oh, watch, it comes before he starts the tear jerking. And he calls it fake. And this man is Rodney Parker, and he lost his daughter Emily, and he's trying to talk to an audience about his daughter. And Alex is talking to about 5 million people, saying that this man right here is a crisis actor. This man, it's all fake. He's not grieving his daughter. This is fake. So right away they started to become attacked, right? he called it method acting. He took that father again and put him up there and said, no, 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 this is just method acting. He wanted to expose the actors, he said, and he wanted to outrage the audience, and he wanted them to help him expose these actors, and that they did. They started to, just keep saying how fake this was. How could all these people be lying, is what he said. And so all of his people, so he is saying, and you hear that all the time. We hear that on YouTube on these hate channels. How can all these people be lying? Easily. How could 5 million people be lying with Alex Jones? Easily. Okay. He was disappointed. Excuse me, not that. I'm sorry. Lenny Posner, who's the father of one of the children that was killed, wrote a letter, an email to InfoWars saying that he was completely disappointed with Alex Jones, and apparently he said that he used to watch him before, but all of this hate is directed at the parents, and it's because of what you're saying, and now I feel your show, is taking millions of people and making them believe something that isn't true, and that still didn't mean anything to him, okay? And over the years, he kept going on, and he kept going on with this narrative that this was fake, okay? He sent people to harass people in Newtown. So people were going there, and they were going after officials and saying this is an inside job, and they were going after people there. Just horrible things, this hate that was incited. And in 2014, Alex Jones was mocking parents, pretending to cry on his shows, mocking these parents, said that the FBI said no one was killed. Okay, so he put this stuff out there, and he said he had these reports from the FBI and no one was killed. He would say he had police officers on his show, and they said all this stuff that wasn't true. It was just unbelievable, okay? He said it was a simulation with actors in 2015. And then 3 years out, he said the parents that are grieving, dealing with this, and they're 3 years out, and this man is still saying this didn't happen. In 2016, Alex Jones said he had a final statement on Sandy Hook, but it was far from his final statement. And he said that his heart does go out to the people on the news who say they are parents, but I watch soap operas, and let's look into them all, shall we? And that was an invitation to then look into every aspect of these people's lives and to uncover, who they were, if they were crisis actors. And we'll talk about, when we talk about this second witness, what they did to her. And in 2017, Sandy Hook vampire exposed. And then 2021, he was still going on. So the prosecution is still showing just that he was not stopping. This was how many years out, and he's still going with this. Why? Because he's making a lot of money. Why? Because he's selling a lot of products connected to this kind of stuff, and his audience is growing like crazy. So why would he stop it? So let's see. He said again that no one was killed in Sandy Hook. He went viral with all of this stuff, and they showed about his numbers and how he grew, and that Sandy Hook website page article was the second most popular. They accessed it directly, and he started to go over that money that he made on September 24th. They looked at it was $48,000. On the 25th, it was $232,000. And then the next day it was $128,000, and the next day it was $63,000. And that was just those days right after that. So he's saying, look at this. And in 2014, 2.2 billion was his audience on social media. He was up to 2.9 billion in 2015. And in 2016, on Facebook alone, he had 4.1 billion followers, okay? And let's see here. There was a text where they're talking about making 810,000 in one day in sales and it's mostly the food sales. Well, when did that happen? It was February of 2020, right as we were going to go into that pandemic. He really built on that fear, and then he tried to store this storable food in one day. Almost $1 million in sales of that storable food that he had. And let's see, he was building a business on fear. Then 2014 to 2016, he had 9.2 billion impressions on social media. He started adding websites like crazy. He started adding websites with clips and this and that. He had Band Life was another one he added, InfoWars Europe, the Alex Jones Show. Then he had the War Room. He started putting his products on Amazon and eBay. And but what did all that mean to the Sandy Hook families out there, right? They were regular people that just got up one morning and their lives changed and they found themselves defenseless, okay? They didn't know Alex Jones. They didn't know, but his audience knew about them, right? And they're grieving, they're struggling, and they have a whole army that is sent after them by Alex Jones to say, your child did not exist. It's fake, okay? You're actors. And so they had to contend with all of that and the harm that they suffered. None wanted this lawsuit, but that we entrust you to deliver what's right. Never put this law. Oh, and he never put this lie totally to bed. Right now, another family, this is the prosecutor saying, in some time, he said, will be reliving what these people have. They'll send their kids to school and they won't come back. And what is Alex going to do then? Is he going to be ready to pounce, or is he going to be stopped? Okay, it's a horrible thought that would happen again, but he's saying what's going to happen. So then the defense, Norm Pattis, gets up and he says, don't let anyone tell you for a moment this is about guns. This trial is not a cultural movement. It's not about stopping Alex Jones. He's stunned at that statement by the prosecution. This is about penalties and damage. And he says, you all remember where you were when Newtown happened, and you know all the children that were slaughtered by Adam Lanza. And then he reads the names of the 20 children who were killed. And he says, wiped out with no reason. Parents and families love them. Okay, and then he listed the adults' names of the names of the adults that were killed, and again said the same things. They're not here anymore. If their families, they had families and friends that loved them, but we're not here for that either. Not all families chose to be here. He lists the parents that are here. He lists the FBI agent, and he says, well, they are all certain that Alex Jones caused them grave harm. Grave harm is not stopping Alex Jones. So meaning that because you have suffered grave harm, he says that doesn't give you the right to stop Alex Jones, cancel him. But this is about compensation if they prove grave harm. And they want him silenced. Okay, so he's saying, will they ask for a sum, or are they looking to silence him? They have the burden of proof. He's trying to say, what is this about? Let's see. They say the most damage happened in 2016, he was saying, but why did they wait until 2018 to file a lawsuit? The court said Alex Jones is liable. So you are here to find out if the families and the FBI agent is entitled to compensation and what amount of compensation. You're going to hear from employees from Alex Jones. Okay, then he says, why these parents, why not others? he said, these parents here transform their grief and rage to combating gun violence, and no one can blame them. But do they overstate the harm by Alex Jones to help their cause? Okay, he says, and then they have a sidebar. And it was very weird. We could hear all of their sidebars. They were not muted. And let's see here. Damage claims are exaggerated, the defense said. You have to decide if they're true. Then he started to talk about certain things like Hillary Clinton. There was this, objection. And then he talked about Megyn Kelly and something, and then there was another objection, and it was sustained. And the judge said, one more time, and you're just going to sit down, Mr. Pattis. And so at that point, then he said, okay. He started to go off on conspiracy theories, and he said, Alex Jones has, espoused conspiracy theories for years, and is it that you just could look at him kind of like the village idiot or whatever and walk away if you want, or what? But just because he's doing that, what does that mean, So then he said, you got to evaluate the evidence, and look, if this is this liar, what about sticks and stones? He was all over the place, sticks and stones. But what happened to that? And wordsmen never hurt me. When did political debates become toxic? Alex rants and raves, but did he create his viewers? Did he cause them to harass people? He said this is just a mid-40s television show host, and his statement, most people ignore him. He said he makes some weird, some out there statements. He broadcast coast to coast, but we don't know what's true, what's not true. And then he talked about the trade center bombings, and that he's had theories on all of this stuff. And that, let's see. World Economic Forum, Charles Schwab, he had all this stuff. He goes to the new book, his 1984 book, and then 1776 is the answer to the 1984 book. And also, he's the guy now here's what he says, here's the craziness. He's also the guy that's going to tell you that there's chemicals in the waters that are turning frogs gay. He's going to tell you that people are eating babies to stay young, that pedophiles run the government, that the chemicals from planes and stuff are causing us to be dumbed down and then to be enslaved and killed, and we need to be disarmed, the government says, and that's what they're doing, and that Newtown was a plot, and and so for this we silence him. This is what he was saying. And then he said Alex will testify. He's grown weary of this. That's why he said, yes, I killed the children. Yes, I killed the children. People forget he's been made a scapegoat, a whipping boy. No one, let's see, what did I put here? I've got to read my shorthand here. No one would minimize what the people lost. No one would minimize what any of the Newtown parents lost. And but he said, please return a modest verdict. What they lost does not transform them to I don't know what I put there. First, that does not transform them to, I don't know what I have there. Something, but he said, then he ends it by saying, first they came for Alex Jones. Who's next? If you let them silence him. So then, let's see, the FBI agent took the stand, William Aldenberg, and he was very emotional. They talked about walking down hallways. He was unable to even talk about one classroom. He broke down several times. He talked about returning to the lobby out front in the school and that they had found 1 or 2 females that had been hiding alive. So they determined that they had to go back in again. He talks about seeing blood and then realizing that they brought some of children and transported them to a hospital. He got very choked up, very emotional. He couldn't talk about the first room. He said he was in a panic there. He was looking everywhere to find something. Let's see. That was significant. The blood on the floor because a child was transported to the hospital. You and your team and the state police, you gathered outside the school. He said, yes, our team leader told us to go to the emergency operations center. He did not know Alex Jones at the time. And he said, was that fake? No, sir. Were you guys any actors? No, sir. Were there real children? He said it was awful. It was awful. And at that very moment, he said, do you know Alex Jones was sitting on his show and telling people that it was fake, right? Alex was telling people that all of this was fake at that very time. Did you come to learn by virtue of role at the FBI that, did you learn anything about the enormity of InfoWars and what impact of safety for your family happened? He said, yes, he did learn about it. He wasn't really upset about his safety. He could defend himself, but he was worried about his family. And how would his family defend himself? Because you had this, this guy saying all this stuff and then inciting all of this hate, and all these people are going around and they're getting their families' addresses and they're getting their families' information and they're posting it out there. And so it was scary, he said. And then they had the hoax harassment, and it just continued. And he sought treatment for that and for the grief, of course. They had a assistance program for their agents. The whole thing is so messed up. It's so awful. He said it's 10 years. What are we doing here? How often do you Google yourself? The prosecutor asked the FBI agent, and he said, hey, Nancy M., thank you. And he's once a week for the safety of my family. And he said, it's not an understatement. These people are deranged. I don't even know what will happen today when I go out here. These people are deranged that listen to this man. The targeting of you is based on the fact that they did not think you look like an FBI agent. Why? Because of the uniform, the weapons, and how he was carrying his weapon is what they made their assumptions by. And let's see. He said it's horrible, it's awful. He takes some responsibility. I think because he was trying to say he had been, before the shooting, was talking or taking some time talking to some guys and then ran right out and maybe didn't have the right things on, but ran right to the school. So take some responsibility for that, maybe not looking at that. And then there's a cross-examination. And he's talking about, what is he talking about? Spreading lies. They learned about Santiago with direct call, violent, threatening calls that you're not. Okay, so some of the things he was asking him, he was getting violent, threatening calls saying you're not an FBI agent, and then something about Santiago, that he was getting phone calls and in-person threats every few months. And there were pictures that were being spread all over the internet about him. He's not an FBI agent. This is a fake crisis actor, all of this stuff. Federal violations. It's a federal violation to use interstate communication to threaten someone, isn't it? Yes. And then he asked, well, was anyone ever arrested? No. Okay. He said he could not get anyone to help him. And he said, you're an FBI agent, you couldn't get anyone to help you. What did you do? He said, I went to the U.S. attorney. I went to Agents Association. I went to the FBI in New Haven for help. but I could not find the help I needed. And it was emotionally distressing to go through this and not be able to get help. And he said, is it fair that you were that you were upset that they didn't help you? And he said, well, he didn't even think it was them not helping him. I think it was just that they were frustrated. They didn't know how to help him, is what I'm getting. And they tried, he said, but there were no arrests, right? No arrests. And you were getting all these threats and everything? Yes. And then they began to associates. He went on, why do you think that this Helby guy was an associate of Mr. Jones? Well, because he was on a show, because he was on a show with him, you think he's an associate. So they went back and forth on that about, was he associated with him or was he an associate? And let's see, when did you see Helbig? He said, in my office. And then they talked about Ashley Hall, who was somebody that this FBI agent was mentoring, and she told him about Alex Jones. He was her supervisor for 2013 to 2014, and she was bringing this info out there, but he said he didn't see anything about Alex Jones until 2016, is what he's saying. Did you take any steps to find out who he was? No, he said. Just daily conversations with Mrs. Hall about the harassment of victims' families. Anyone ever arrested for this interstate harassment? No. And then the photographs of him with the task force agents, they showed that, and that's been distributed worldwide. The agent said, I never said worldwide. Okay, and let's see. How would anybody know you are an FBI agent by that? He said, well, you wouldn't. And then there's this guy, John Santiago, and it all started up. It started coming back. It overwhelmed him. 2016 to the present. He said, so your worst time is 2016 to the present. And then he starts asking, well, how long has he been in therapy, and talking to these people from the Victims Association, and he's getting something of 6 hours, and he's saying, you had all this grave injury and stuff, but you talked, 6 hours in all that time? Did you watch Megyn Kelly? She started to go down that line. They said, no. They excused the jury. And then afterward, they came back with the next witness, who was Carly Soto Parisi, 29 years old, mother of 3, from Stratford, Connecticut. Her husband was watching the children. She's a stay-at-home mom. Her youngest is 3 months old. And she was responding as the sister of a victim. And they showed a photo from Easter, which they did not show to the public. And she was going through her family members. And I think at this time, this prosecutor was making some jokes that weren't really funny. I really didn't. It just was off for me. But anyway, this was a different prosecutor. This was not Chris Maddie. 8 months prior to the shooting, this is from, yes. So she goes through her brother's 13. She goes through her sisters, Victoria being the oldest at 26. And they lived at Stratford, lived with a mother and father. Parents did divorce, but does you still live with your mother? Yes. Your mother's a discharge nurse for the Bridgeport Hospital. And your sister, Victoria, you call her Vicky? Yes, she's a teacher. She was. They show the photo. Did she take acting lessons? No. What's this picture? Here's her picture with 2 degrees at the same time. And then prosecutors say, is it possible to get 2 degrees at the same time? She was the first to go to college. Like this was weird. And she goes, yes. And he's like, well, what about your mother with a nursing degree? Does that not count in anyone's eyes? And did it count in Vicky's eyes? Yes, it did. Did you guys help to decorate her classroom? She said, yes, we decorated windows with her students. And was she a real teacher? Very much she was a real teacher. Did Vicky try to instill the importance of education amongst the siblings. She went into that. Yes, she did. Okay, and she tells some stuff about that. Now, did you know anything about Alex Jones? No. Was anything fake about those diplomas? No. Was anything fake about her classroom? No. She talks about picking up food for her sister and then sitting on her mother's bed with her college papers there and her sister coming in and then throwing candy at each other and goofing around. And the mother saying, don't let the dogs get the candy. And, you know, that was the night before the shooting. And the next morning, her sister was getting up and she was walking around in her boots and making noise on the floor just because she was a little heavy on her feet and all of that stuff. And so the next thing was that she said, you know, then she went off for school, and I wish I had seen her that morning, but I didn't. And then my mother called me a number of times, and I thought she was just calling me to take care of something. So she didn't answer the phone at first or something, and then she did answer the phone, and she said that her mother said there's been a shooting. We've got to go up to the house, up to the school. Let's all go. They all got in the car and they went up there. And when they got up to the school, there were barricades and they were told to go to the firehouse. And as she was seeing people, the woman on the stand, she was asking around, where is Mrs. Soto? Does anybody know where Miss Soto is? Does anybody know where she is? And she was told, everybody was telling her no. And she recognized some of the people, but she didn't know where they were. And so they kept telling her to go to the firehouse, right? And hang on a minute, I just have to change this to live chat okay. And so they went up to the firehouse and they were there, and in the meantime they were texting Vicky, they were calling her, they were leaving voicemails, and nothing. She was looking for those little 3 dots that you see when someone's typing a message, but nothing, right? Nothing. And then they pull up another exhibit and they say, was this photo widely distributed? And it was, and it's a picture of her, you know, like crying. She said, out there by a barricade, standing there, and they were distributing these pictures. It was at a barrier to the access road to the school where she was waiting. And he said, was this like between 2 and 3 hours of the shooting? Did you ever hear of Alex Jones? No. And then, did you ever publish anything against this man or say anything against this man? Meaning that, why would he have this vendetta against you? No. Okay, did you know he was on air saying that this was fake? No. Did you see frauds or imposters at this site? No. Everyone in the room has lost someone. Your loved one has expired, is what they were told when they were in that room. And they knew that everyone in that room had lost someone. And at that point, she kind of loses it, right? And she falls into the arms of a firefighter outside. And I believe there is a picture of that. And then her dad came up and said, we need to go. We're not going to find out any more here. We have to go. And she said on the ride back, her mother was in the back seat calling people, telling them that her sister was dead. And it was so surreal. And it was so just, you know, it just didn't feel real. It was just, she couldn't even believe this was her life. And is that the time you learned about a hoax? When did you learn about a hoax? And she said, well, in the first couple of months after, there were people posting photos that you showed, and they were saying that she, the one on the stand, is the same crisis actor, and there she is at the Boston bombing, and here she is at the Aurora shooting, and here she is at this, and here she is at that. She's the same person. And how did you find this out? She said, my friends sent stuff, or they tagged me in stuff. and they go through what tagging is in case people don't know what that is. And so let's see. Let's see. They tagged her and stuff. People started to go after her. She started to get hate. People started asking her if she was a crisis actor, if she knew Vicky at points in her life. She would even say she didn't even know her because she never knew what they were going to say about her. It was just so that's the whole thing. And then people she knew didn't even believe her. So she said there was some girl that she went to school with, and she was like, saying, "Oh, I think she's an actor," not believing her. And what was it like to have your community infected with lies? Because remember, they lived in Stafford, which was about 30 minutes from Sandy Hook. So she said, well, it was horrible because now it's coming into Stafford and people are seeing that. But worse than that is you never knew who thought what, So again, she wouldn't even she would answer that she wasn't even who they thought she was. And she looked a lot like her sister, Vicky. But then she got married. She married a Marine and they moved to North Carolina. And because InfoWars broadcast to millions, she said they were giving out her address and her email and her spouse's address, emails, their siblings. They were posted numerous times. They were shared, copied, and pasted over and over with nasty messages like, this girl needs help. Someone go to her house. And she said someone did go to her house and they put a post-it on her door saying that she needs Jesus or something to that effect. And she said it was scary. And her husband had to go off into the field. It was terrifying. She was by herself. And then they had a son. And she feared for both of their lives. And she would get threatening messages. And she would get death threats. And she said she would get threats with gun emojis. And she spoke with police both in North Carolina and Connecticut. And on all kinds of social media, this was coming in. And so there were similar things on Twitter happening. And she said people would dissect everything in her life. So they went back on her Twitter accounts way, way back when she was much younger. And she might have said, oh, I hate my sister or something. And then they would say, oh, look at here. She said, I hate my sister here. She never even and they would just twist everything and turn it and all of that stuff, right? Just keep turning and twisting everything she said. And they had a 5K race that was in the sister's memory, and a gentleman showed up to this race wearing a Team Vicky shirt, and he was waving a photo, one of the photos that were there, and he was screaming, this never happened, this never happened, okay? This never happened. They talked about her tattoo. It says #1 teacher, Victoria Lee. And then they played a video of Alex Jones ranting, and they had Hellbig there, and they were talking about that this was fake as a $3 bill, and it's a bunch of parents, look, they're laughing, and then they say their children died, but they're still alive. There's no lawsuits. Where are they? Okay. Then he says, did your sister live? No, she didn't. Was it real? Yes, it was. And then they were supposed to have the cross-examination, but they ended for the day there. And so that's where they ended for the day on that. And tomorrow they're going to, of course, pick up again with that. And let me look at this chat because I don't even know what everybody's in here doing. Facts and opinions are not the same. That is correct. Rich Buddy says the direct consequence of this trial will be that people will be afraid to whistleblow or come up with theories about subjects. It's a dangerous line to draw. Oh, you're with Alex Jones? Huh. Okay, rich buddy. He didn't do that. He is obligated. Right. He wouldn't make opinions. He said things as facts. Okay? He says things as facts. He says things are true. He brings on people to say that no one was killed in Newtown. Now, that's not an opinion. He stated that as a fact. He stated that as a fact, not an opinion. He brought on someone to give credibility to that lie. Right. You say Alex Jones is the owner of a news media outlet. Well, hold on. That's not news media. He's not a journalist. And he pretends that he's news media, but he's not. None of them are journalists. He has a website. And you say he has an obligation to report responsibly, which, yes, he does. And without malice, he didn't do that. And he profited on the murder of 26-year-olds. Okay, I will say there's a lot of people that profit on reporting about that. The problem is, it's not the profiting of reporting, because 2020 and 48 Hours and all the newscasters are all being paid by reporting these tragedies. That's not where the crime is. The crime is that what he's saying is not true. And he's creating a fake hysteria to sell products. That's where the problem lies, because it's fraud. That's what it is. It's not about somebody reporting about a tragedy, because people are paid every day for that. He didn't fact check. Exactly. Because why would he? Because if he did, he wouldn't be able to say the things he did. He lied, High 61. He said no one was killed in Newtown. That no one was killed in Newtown. That is a lie. That's not a crime, though? No? Okay. Many people are truly unaware of why they don't. Okay. Oh boy. High 61, if your child was killed in the Sandy Hook shooting and this man is going on there and saying that wasn't real and they were crisis actors and no children were killed and no adults were killed, you'd be okay with that, High? I don't think you would be. That's not the case. He was reporting as it was happening live. Rich Buddy, he was reporting as it was happening live and saying that it was fake. What he did, what they're going to do is the damages for the grave suffering that he put those families through. That's what this trial is about. How much should be paid out to these families? If he said that about my child, that's his opinion. What he says doesn't affect me. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You're saying that what he says doesn't affect you. Yes, it most certainly does affect you. If your child is killed in a tragedy like that and you have someone that is inciting the hate of billions of people to come after you while you're grieving your child and telling you that it didn't happen, believe me, it affects you. Believe me, it does. What are you talking about, Rich Buddy? They lost no work because of him. That's not true. I volunteered for the Honor Network for years, and I'm good friends with Lenny Posner, whose son, I know Lenny, whose son is a victim of the shooting. The things people have done to him and his family. I know all about that. I know all about that. I know all about that network. I know all about that. Yes. I know all about that. Yes, most of the families are in hiding, and look what the same thing has been done to the Rusaks and to Bianca Devins' family, and on and on and on and on and on. The FBI guy showed poorly. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Hi, Betsy R. Hi, Linda Roning. Haven't seen you in a long time. It was a civil trial, not criminal. He defamed the parents and made their lives a living hell. Exactly, Linda Roning. Yes, he did. He made their lives dangerous. One of these deranged people that listened to this person incited up and hopped up on all of this hate and putting these addresses out there and putting all of this out there. That's all you need. It's one person to do that. He re-victimized the victims. Exactly, Chris Ray. Exactly. I would be outraged if it was my child and someone said it was fake. Exactly. It's like somebody denying the Holocaust, and it's just the FBI thinks 6 visits to the site is enough. He said it was more. It wasn't 6 visits. It was more than 6 hours. But you know what? That's for the jury to decide. When you have someone posting your address all over the internet, when you have someone inciting hate all over your family, when you have someone putting out your family members' names and addresses and putting them in harm's way. And you're getting death threats, and you're getting threats about your children being AR'd and killed and all of that. There's a reason he's not on broadcast TV, okay? You can't go on and say that kind of stuff. It is in line. Look how many years, Rich Buddy, that he did this. This happened in 2012, and he's still profiting and talking about it and lying about it, and only now admitting there was really a shooting there. I guess so, High 61. I guess so. What hasn't? This is being presented in court right now, Rogue Thought. People that didn't experience don't know. It's a sin, period. Exactly, Sandy. Yeah, you can all say you wouldn't care if what they said about your loved one and that they didn't die and the shooting didn't happen and all this stuff, but you don't know what it's like until it happens to you. And it's very easy to say, oh, I wouldn't let it bother me what somebody says about them. No, you would when it's constant targeted harassment, constant. Actually, he said sorry many times. No, he didn't say. Well, it's a little too late. Too little, too late. Because so many people believe this stuff. So many people believe that this didn't happen. Well, I don't know, High 61. If you feel you're right in your eyes, I don't know. Hi, Sean Sneed. You don't have the facts right, so it's making you wrong. Am I responsible for my viewers? Yes, Rogue Thought, I am. I'm responsible for what I tell people here. If I came up here, okay, and said that something didn't happen that happened, and every day I talked about it and told them it didn't happen, and I brought up fake insiders and said they were, police officers, and they're going to say that not one person was killed there, and these are all crisis actors, and this is all because they want to disarm you, and they want to take over. And I just kept harping on that, and these people are the enemy, and this is all this, and this is all that. Yes, I would bear responsibility for the hate that is incited in what these people would do when they would do that and think that they were doing something that would be pleasing to me or pleasing to some cause that I seem to be promoting. So yes, I would have a responsibility. I don't know why I think a message was, I don't know why that was deleted. I'm not sure. Maybe because it was a personal, saying something, don't say something personal to someone, like an attack. Okay, Heart Made Wise, you said, I just wish people knew that Alex Jones himself said that he's a performance artist. Yeah, great. And a performance artist, wonderful. You don't fool around with. You want to be a performance artist? Do a skit. Don't say that a massacre that killed 20 children didn't happen. You're not a performance artist then. You're just an ass. You're just an ass. people with a conscience would feel, wow, what they're doing to those grieving parents. Hi, Frenchie Mama. Yeah, the what they're putting those grieving parents through. Okay, I don't know what your name is, so I can't call you because I only see like a little icon, so I don't know. I think nobody was deleted, that a comment was deleted because it was directed at somebody, and we try not to do that here. So I think that's what that was about. Her name is Tiff. I don't know who's Tiff. That. Oh, is that Tiff? Okay. Hi, 61. Do you think the Newtown massacre didn't happen? Do you think those children weren't killed? Do you? That's an insult. It really is an insult. How can you say that didn't happen? We're not talking about UFOs, and we're not talking about Sasquatch, and we're not talking about that stuff. We're talking about a massacre of 20 children and then adults that is being said was a hoax, that wasn't true. And it wasn't said one time. It was said from 2012 through the present. Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about, High 61. I'm talking about Newtown. I'm not talking about UFOs or Sasquatch or anything like that. I don't care, Rich Buddy. What he said about Newtown was completely false. And he knew that. And he knew what he was doing. And he was doing it for one reason. Rich Buddy, don't I get it? I get it fine. I get it fine that he exploited a tragedy, said it was a false flag, negated all of those parents' grief, caused them more grief on top of that. That's what I get. Hi, Debbie, yes. He built his empire from the ground up, selling grief. Oh my gosh, his empire? He built his empire on hate and lies. Okay, so very close to the present, okay? When did he stop? 2021? One day was too much. A week was too much. A year was too much. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, he continued this. Thank you, Sandy, and I love you for all of that, and you too. Yeah, it's terrible that all of these people broke down that testified today. There'll be more testifying tomorrow, and they all will. And it's because this person just has absolutely no heart, no compassion, no empathy, no conscience, and for years just hurt these people by saying that this tragedy was fake. That's what we're talking about. That's great there, Liz. So, Liz, you wouldn't be at all upset if your child was killed in a mass shooting in a school and you have some guy like Alex Jones calling you a crisis actor, saying your child didn't die, your child is still alive, they're just actors. That wouldn't bother you at all? No, right? Have you lost a child, Liz and Drew? You can't get the membership. It's the link is in the video description, Captain Lee fan. Hi, Bridget. That's great, Liz. What are you talking about, Hi? If it really happened, I'd be upset. If what really happened? Sandy wants to say, God bless all victims and their family. Yes, of course. Even if he said horrible things through today, our freedom of speech allows him and you and I to say these things. He would have to incite, and that is very specific. Okay, wait a minute. Rogue Thought, why is he no longer on YouTube? Why is he no longer on Twitter? Why is he not allowed on those forums? Why is he not allowed? Because he was inciting that hate. Because he was violating hate speech and terms of service. He was doing things that were wrong. Gotta give the guy credit. Okay. I said if they put an ad in the newspaper and for crisis and shortly after. Okay, so Liz, you believe Newtown didn't happen? Is that what you're saying? You believe that? Okay. All in one day, Rogue Thought says. What is all in one day? Yeah, it feels like that. No, he's not on YouTube and other platforms because he was walking up the masses. He was working up the masses. He was inciting hate. He's not allowed on the forums for a reason. For a reason, because you can't do that. You can't do that fear-mongering. Mainstream media doesn't call a massacre, Tracy, that didn't happen. That's the difference. That's the difference. Don't you see what we're discussing? We're talking about him bringing victims of a horrible tragedy, grave discomfort, grave suffering, because he said that that didn't happen. We're not talking about somebody drumming up something and we're talking about him saying a tragedy like Newtown didn't happen. Hi, Baroness. I just want to say that scientists there would be a pathogen more than 5 years ago, and Obama had ordered all this. What? Yes, I have seen pieces of him, listen, Drew, and I don't care for him at all. And I think what he did about Newtown was disgusting. That is not covered under free speech. What? Yes, I know what you're talking about, and I do understand it. We are also have responsibility not be stupid about what we listen to because we have freedom of speech. Okay, I don't care. Somebody saying something about a tragedy that didn't happen that happened and inciting hate is not just making a choice not to listen to it. Believe me, it's not. It's going to affect the victims and their families. It's going to cause them grave suffering. We've seen it. It's horrendous. I don't know how anybody can say that that's okay. Because if you find yourself there, and you can in an instant, it's not hate speech because it's a lie. Okay. I didn't say, I said he incited hate because he said it was a conspiracy. He incited hate by saying they were crisis actors. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's not allowed on the forums. He's not allowed on the forums because he violated terms of service in relation to hate speech. That's what I said. I hear that, Baroness. That's okay. Hi, Billy Boy Blue. How are you? Well, you used to watch Hi Taco 20 years ago when he was on Austin Cable Access, but not in recent years. He crossed a line for sure. Yeah, Taco. Yes, Hi 61. It's getting kind of heated. Yeah, it's a civil case, Tracy. It's a civil case. Okay, let's see if we have some panel participants. And if anybody would like to call in, you can call in. And if you're not on the, if you've never called in, you can send me an email. But I would ask that everybody must maintain their calmness and not curse at each other or use swears or yell or scream or stuff like that. Hi, Kevin Leonard. How are you? Composure, yes. And class. Thank you, Rich Buddy. So, anyone on the panel want to chime in?
I'm here. TV's loud, so I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a good discussion. If we can remain civil about it, and it's good to talk about these things. I mean, I believe that it really happened,
Yeah,
and
of
I
course.
think Alex Jones is responsible for inciting hate. And that's how I feel about it. Period. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but the fact is, he admitted that he's a performance artist, and that that it was that he was in the wrong. He admitted it. So, and this is not a criminal trial, it's a civil trial. Because of that, he admitted that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's highly irresponsible of him.
I got it, Sandy. Yeah. Yeah. So the trial's expected to last a month. So there's going to be a lot of testimony. And I guess maybe I don't know what hate he incited, like I said. Oh, well, if you go to the back of the beginning of the video, Tracy B., you'll hear from just two witnesses today. I'll recap what the FBI agent and the sister of one of the teachers that was killed says, and what they've done to her, and how they've harassed her, and how they put her pictures everywhere and said she's a crisis actor, and took her picture and put her at the Boston bombing, and put her in the Aurora shooting, and said, oh, look, she's there all the time, and made her fear for her life and fear for her son's life while her husband was deployed in the Marines. And so, yeah, there is a lot of hate that they incited on these people. Put out all of their addresses, all the addresses, emails of their family members. They had people at their house, okay? Billions of people were influenced by this person. Who did this? Alex Jones, Tracy. Alex Jones incited the hate, and then these people got together, and it was like a witch hunt for these people. He said, let's look into these people. He gave the, okay, let's look into them. And they started to uncover them and all of this stuff. Who are they? Who are their family members? Where are they? They're crisis actors. It's not real. Their children didn't die. They're fakers. Look at this one.
People were harassing the family. I mean, he had a huge following, and people listened to him. And, the family was exposed to all that hate. That's what happened. That's what he did for profit. He admitted to that.
Is there a definitive dollar amount on Alex Jones' net worth? Just wondering. Well, he was already ordered to pay $50 million, but yes, they do have definitive amounts of what he's worth. And apparently on the last trial, I believe, he was trying to hide certain papers. There was something that happened, and then those papers came out, and they sent the wrong papers in. It was some kind of wacky thing, but it was not in his favor. I can tell you what his... I mean, we went over before Billy Boy. He made almost $1 million in one day, right at the beginning of the pandemic, by that stored food stuff, by creating all of that hysteria into the stored food, But that is not even something that I'm so concerned about, okay? Because if he wants to do that, but it's what he's doing to these grieving parents and saying that this didn't happen. That's just horrendous. Okay.
Newton isn't far from me. I'm in Massachusetts, and we were just in Stratford a couple months ago. This really happened. And
It's not
people
far
in
from
that
me either. We
community-
were actually there for a game right before this happened.
Yeah, we were there just, what, a month ago when I went down there for the shells out that way? When we went to New Haven. I mean, it's real. It happened. You know, it happened.
Okay, so a forensic economist who testified at the trial said his, he's raking in millions of dollars, and according to Bernard Pettingill Jr., his company is being valued between $135 and $270 million. InfoWars alone, just one part of Jones' free speech systems, averaged $53.2 million in annual revenue in recent years. And then let's see. Yeah, between 135 million and 270 million is what was said at the trial. So, and he was already ordered to pay 50 million to. I'll be quiet. See, the combined award, which is reduced as well below the 150 million that Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis sought for the InfoWars Host. Okay, so it's the 50 million to those parents of the Sandy Hook victims. That was in the first trial. He was ordered to pay 4.1 million in actual damages for claiming that the school shooting was a hoax, and he has to pay 45.2 million in punitive damages to the parents of Sandy Hook victim a day after he was ordered to pay 4.1 million in actual damages for claiming that the school shooting was a hoax. So now I got Sharon here. Yeah, so whatever this trial is about, what are they going to pay those families and the FBI agent? That's what it's about. Hi, Sharon.
Hey.
Hi, Sharon.
And they'll never get back all those years they've lost.
Never.
No money. The
Nothing.
pain and grief will replace the years that they've lost.
Oh, no. Never.
That's why I said whatever he's made off of these families, he should have to pay all of it plus another 20%. I'd leave him with nothing if it were up to me. They're lucky I'm not on that jury.
He's went at it. Yes, Kevin. He's went on about it for 10 years. He just.
I agree, Kevin. Money is the only way to hit Jones.
It's the only way to hit a lot of
Only
bullies.
way.
Yeah, it's the only way to
Yeah.
hit a lot of bullies on social media is money.
And once they see that he's been hit with money, then it might get the ball rolling for other people that have joined on the bandwagon of hate like he has and conspiracy. And they might just have to look out, set a precedent.
And Rich Buddy asks, he said, the FBI agent though, why? And he's talking about the FBI agent getting money. He was truly affected. I don't know if you watched today, but I did have the opportunity to watch that, and it was heartbreaking. He could barely get words out. His family's been threatened for the past 10 years, nonstop, putting them at risk. That's why the FBI agent, Rich Buddy, that's why, because he was affected. And I implore you to go back and watch that if you haven't.
Okay, well, Taco, you don't have to watch any of the first trial. This is the second one, and it was only the first day. You can start watching it as of tomorrow. And
Just watch it for today. Just today, just the FBI agent, just him, if you want to. It's not long.
they have
But he
some
was
little
affected.
snippets. It would have to get so high on the damages for Alex to get hurt by it. Well, Billy boy, there's what are there 8 families there and an FBI agent. What if each one was awarded 50 million?
Susan Drew says, if you work for the FBI and you are scared for yourself or your family, you need a new job. Well, let me tell you something, okay? If you're a guy that's going online, on TV, putting people at risk, you need a new job, okay? He has absolutely no career in journalism or anything else. He's just a guy, okay? He has no credentials. He knows a lot of people, I give him that. But he's got the wrong job. He's the one on trial, right? Isn't he? Is the
No
FBI
one
agent
should
on
have to
trial?
fear their family.
Yeah.
No one.
The FBI agent is on trial. Is not on trial.
No. He's not on
Right?
trial. No.
Are any of the victims on trial, or the
No.
victims' families rather on trial?
No, they're testifying.
Who's on trial?
Alex Jones.
Who's okay? There. I really have nothing else to say.
Okay.
Should be able to go to work, do your job, come home and enjoy your family.
Yeah, but be qualified to do your job, right? Don't be Alex Jones up there saying all this stuff, putting people at risk, and then admitting that. He admitted that. He admitted the shooting was real.
That's right.
He's got the wrong job.
Right, Bridget. End of the
But
day,
if
the
you're
children
making-
were murdered. It's
If you're
gross to
making
say that didn't
53
happen.
mil, would you quit? What if you were making 53 mil? Would you quit?
Okay,
A
he
good
owns
person
his
would.
own network. That's great, Liz. That's great that he owns his own network.
And how did he get there? on the backs of victims' families, right?
Right.
So good for him, right? He owns his own network, something to be
He
proud
got
of, the
fame
way
by
he got
going
it.
nutso with conspiracy theories on cable access. They gave him a radio show here locally, and he just kept growing. Sure,
Yeah, so,
it's easy to, you know what? It's like drama. It's so easy to just come and say absurd things every night, and or just rip other people apart, or just it's easy. You don't have to do anything but just sit up there and make things up or rip people apart, and you'll get a following, but at what cost, really?
yes, Billy is right. He had to admit that he was doing a fictional character. He was going to lose access to his kids. I believe so. I mean, if you were
Fictional
making
character. He wasn't doing a
53 mil,
fictional character. That was all said as damage control.
well, yeah, now, but back then, I mean, now he says it was fictional on
Yeah,
the
it
trial.
wasn't.
It's
Yeah, he
fictional.
was not saying it's a fictional character.
But back then he wasn't. No.
Baroness Fahrenheit says, I followed his wife on Twitter. She seems like he treated her horribly.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know about his wife.
Yeah,
I don't know about his
yeah.
wife.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Look, good people don't make money, 53 million on the backs of victims' families, okay? And he was working a job and he was making money. So he kept going with it. Billy, I don't think he believes what he says. I don't. I really think he was doing it for profit. But if he did believe what he was saying, I mean, he has to pay for that. But I do not believe that he believed it, in my opinion. He's a very smart man. He's very charming, charismatic. Well, he is among to get people in, to reel people in.
Well, there's
You know,
a certain amount of the population that just wants to believe anything.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
But he did lie. He admitted it.
Okay, so in 1996, Jones moved to Austin's KJFK-FM to host a radio show called The Final Edition, where he warned people of impending martial law and banged the drum to rebuild the Branch Davidian compound as a memorial to those he said were murdered by Attorney General Janet Reno and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The show lasted until 1999, when, according to the Austin Chronicle, he was fired because his views made it difficult to attract sponsors despite high ratings and winning the Chronicle's Best Austin Talk Radio Host. He barely skipped a beat, and he set up an ISDN line in his house and began independently broadcasting via InfoWars.com and national syndication by Genesis Communications to AM, FM, and shortwave stations. His reach grew quickly, and syndication soon verged on 100 stations, but when 9/11 took place, Jones' repeated references to false conspiracies about the attack were too much, and cancellations poured in. I went on the air and said those were controlled demolitions, he told Rolling Stone. You just watched the government blew up the World Trade Center. I almost lost 70% of my affiliates that day. Station managers asked me, do you want to be on this crusade thing going nowhere, or do you want to be a star? I'm proud I never compromised. Okay, and then let's see. I don't want to get in so much politics with this guy. Let's see. Okay, 2 frequent conspiracies Jones and his team at InfoWars peddle is the false flag operations of the so-called crisis actors tied to events that were said to have been orchestrated by government officials. Over the last decade, Jones attracted a flurry of attention for his false flag diatribes and called them into question in the reality of mass tragedies. These include, but are not limited to, the 2011 Tucson, Arizona shooting that seriously wounded U.S. Rep. Gabrielle Giffords, the Colorado shooting that left 12 dead and 70 others wounded in that's Aurora, Colorado, and then the 2012 mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School that left more than 24 people dead, the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing that killed 3 people and wounded more than 200 others, the 2015 San Bernardino, California shooting that resulted in the death of 16, and the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting that left 49 people dead at a popular LGBTQ venue. And then the 2017 Las Vegas shooting that resulted in the death of 39 people, and the 2018 Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida that killed 17. Okay? The conspiracies have few limits, as exemplified in early January 2011 when a 22-year-old mentally disturbed individual opened fire at a crowd in Tucson, Arizona. Okay, so let's see what else he said. So he pushes disinformation, pushing out disinformation while adding an extra element to his conspiracies. So in some, he's putting the anti-LGBTQ, anti-Muslim rhetoric, he puts all that out there, the false flags. He also said because California has a long history of being led by Democratic leaders, the shooting must have been part of a larger initiative. So he puts out all this stuff into this stuff. The Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, as news developed. Let's see. Incident, he misidentified the shooter by sharing an image of a Massachusetts business owner who had nothing to do with the events in Parkland. Online, Jones labeled the misidentified man Marcel Fontaine, and he said he was a communist. This sparked outrage from the InfoWars audience and resulted in harassment campaigns being launched at Fontaine. Like with other tragedies, Jones also went after the survivors of the massacre, insinuating that they could have been crisis actors and part of a deep state false flag operation. The attack set off far right after survivors responded to the tragedy by kick-starting a national movement to call for gun reform. Unsurprisingly, okay, bye. So he just keeps going on, misidentifying a shooter. The lawsuit surrounding coverage of the Sandy Hook shooting only continued after several families and an FBI agent came together in May of 2018 to sue Jones for defamation. The families of 6 slain children and Agent William Aldenberg, who was on the scene of the day of the shooting, accused Jones and his team of amplifying falsehoods and conspiracies, which resulted in harassment and abuse to the family members. The suit also named additional defendants, including Wolfgang Halbig, Prison Planet TV, LLC, another one of Jones's outlets, Corey Skalanka, Halbig's associate, Genesis Communications Network, Inc., and Midas Resources. The suit cited that Halbig, a conspiracy theorist and former InfoWars contributor, as one of the main purveyors of targeted harassment. Halbig was known for confronting family members in real life, and he released their personal information. He taunted families online and insinuated that Aldenberg was a crisis actor. Halbig was arrested in January of 2020 and charged with unlawful possession of personal identification after he repeatedly emailed Mr. Posner's social security number, his date of birth, and other information to a long list of recipients. Halbig was released after posting a $5,000 cash bond. So he's sending Lenny Posner's social security number and personal information through just because he thinks he's a crisis actor. Meanwhile, the guy has lost a son in the shooting. Nice. Nice. Wow. Jones's lack of cooperation and refusal to provide necessary records ultimately backfired when in December of 2019, he was once again ordered to pay Heslin approximately $100,000 to cover legal fees and court expenses. Let's see. By spring of 2022, the families involved in the Sandy Hook lawsuit hit a new obstacle when InfoWars filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection against the defamation suits. Jones, who filed for bankruptcy protection in Texas, encouraged his followers to support him via product purchases on InfoWars. Jones argued that the plethora of legal battles had left him in a bad financial state, and he estimated his assets to be around $50,000 while facing liabilities between $1 million and $10 million. Skeptics argued Jones's move to file for bankruptcy is an attempt to hide his assets from plaintiffs. Let's see. Alongside InfoWars, two other Jones companies, Prison Planet TV and IW Health, also filed for bankruptcy. Naturally, the allegations left some of the families questioning the legitimacy of Jones's claims, but the decision to file for bankruptcy came after a separate lawsuit filed in April of 2022 against Jones. The April 2022 lawsuit was filed by Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, Leonard Posner, and Veronique de la Rosa, who are the parents of two of the slain Sandy Hook students, along with Marcel Fontaine, that's the innocent man that Jones misidentified as the Parkland shooter. Defendants included Jones, InfoWars LLC, Free Speech Systems LLC, PQPR Holdings Limited LLC, JLJR Holdings LLC, PIJR Holdings LLC, Carol Jones, David Jones, PQPR Holdings LLC, JLJR Holdings Limited LLC, AEJ Holdings LLC, and AEJ Trust 2018. Plaintiffs argue that Jones diverted large sums of money to shell companies owned or operated directly or indirectly by Jones, his parents, and his children through an alphabet soup of shell entities. The families are hoping to obtain a court order to void the transfers at an injunction barring Jones and his company, Free Speech Systems, from transferring assets in the future. Let's see here. Platforming hate. The creation of InfoWars has opened the door for a one-stop shop where extremists have found a home and platform to voice their dangerous and bigoted views over the years. InfoWars has embraced a wide range of extremists, including anti-government, militia leaders, and KKK members. Let's see. Get into that. Go into that. During national tragedies, if questions go unanswered, individuals in government agencies at both the state and federal level are frequently signaled out as potential culprits. Platforms such as InfoWars use stories condemning supposed widespread corruption, foundational entry points into conspiracy theories. As Jones gained notoriety online, his campaigns grew to target not just representatives, government agencies, and big-name celebrities, but also anyone who supported these entities. At best, these conspiracies have turned into the butt of online jokes, and at the very worst, they have endangered and tormented individuals who have been personally affected by mass tragedies. So that's that. Hi, Pudding. Did anyone want to call in that needs a number? Hi, Liza Ward. Let me see if anybody's emailed. I don't see anybody yet. My laptop is driving me crazy that it keeps doing that. Hi, Rubbity Bob. Hi, Liza Ward. Hi, Janae. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at what else is going on in true crime. Professional bull rider Ouncy Mitchell was shot and killed by his girlfriend in a domestic dispute. Huh. Let's see what kind of controversy we can get into over this. The girlfriend of a beloved Texas bull rider has been arrested in connection with his death on Sunday night. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, 27-year-old Demetrius Omar Latif Allen, who's better known as Ouncy Mitchell, was found unresponsive with at least one gunshot wound outside of a Salt Lake City apartment. Allen's girlfriend, LaShawn Denise Bagley, 21 years old, was let's see. What did they say about it? Oh, outside, it was the girlfriend's apartment that he was found. The male victim was transported to IMC Hospital, where he was later pronounced deceased. And during a Monday news release, SPD announced that Bagley was arrested for murder and felony discharge of a firearm. Allen and Bagley, according to police, had a domestic dispute that ended with Bagley fatally shooting Allen.
Count. There's only one TV station in Cincinnati that has a live local Doppler radar.
The 9 first warning Doppler system. Your first warning up to 5 minutes faster at 5:40. So you've got 10 minutes pinpointing storms before they hit your neighborhood.
I can see what that's playing, and I'm trying to stop that. And it doesn't want to stop. Okay. And we'll go over the rodent thing too. But I just now my thing is being a little jerk right now, so I have to wait for it to respond. Hold on. Okay. So that ended with Bagley fatally shooting Allen. Prior to the shooting, Allen and Bagley were at a bull riding competition that Allen was participating in. It was at the Utah State Fair, and when they left the fair, they went to a bar, and that's when they began arguing. Bagley then reportedly went to Allen's apartment to collect his belongings and was fatally shot. These two, we believe, knew each other and had attended the fair, and then ended up going to a bar, ended up arguing, said Detective Michelle Peterson. The male wanted to go get some of his property from the apartment that he was staying in while he was attending the fair, and a gun was pulled out and he was shot. Peterson added that the shooting was an isolated incident, and Bagley remains behind bars without bail. Allen was the father of a 4-year-old girl who, according to his child's mother, he had a loving relationship with. She loved her daddy. She loved him, and loved him. It was always my daddy this, my daddy doing this, my daddy took me fishing, said Nitishia Haywood, the girl's mother. She loves her dad, and so having to break that news to her was a huge distraught. Help him, that's horrible. What is this about now? A Michigan man who allegedly followed a QAnon conspiracy theory was killed in Detroit on Sunday after he killed his wife. This is we heard about this one. This is the one that killed his wife and fatally injured his daughter. His daughter called 911. According to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, 53-year-old Igor Lannis is accused of shooting his wife, Tina, 56, inside their Detroit home off of Glenwood Court. Lannis is also accused of shooting 25-year-old daughter, Rachel Lannis, in the back and in her legs. She was trying to crawl out of the home as police arrived. The family dog had been shot several times and was found dead inside the residence. The suspect emerged from the home with his gun drawn, and he began shooting the officers, and the officers shot back, causing fatal injuries, and the officers were unharmed. Lannis's youngest daughter, Rebecca Lannis, 21, was at a friend's house when the incident happened, adding that the conspiracy theory and political movement group QAnon may have played a part in the family's deaths. He became a different person after 2020, said Rebecca. Online extremism, right-wing extremism. I think that people need to focus more on radicalization. QAnon, if they have relatives with guns who are like this, you need to get them help, and you need to get them checked into a mental institution, even if they're not dangerous. Meanwhile, police said Rachel Lannis, who was taken to an area hospital in critical condition, is now in stable condition and is expected to survive. Yes, but she's lost both of her parents now, right? Oh, wow. Okay. Crazy. And so Mark David Chapman has been denied parole for the 12th time. New York's Department of Corrections and Community Supervision said on Monday that a parole board rejected Mark David Chapman's latest request for release. It is the 12th time that Chapman, who is now 67, has been denied parole since he became eligible in 2000. The Albany Times-Union reported that the next parole hearing is scheduled for 2024. Convicted of second-degree murder, Chapman fatally shot ex-Beatle John Lennon in 1980 as he and his wife Yoko Ono returned to their Manhattan home. At a parole hearing 2 years earlier, Chapman said he assassinated the singer because he wanted self-glory. Chapman's parole hearing reportedly occurred at the end of August, though a transcript is not yet available. He remains housed at the Green Haven Correctional Facility in Stormville. Police in New York are searching for the driver of a minibus who reportedly tried to pick up a group of children while they waited for their school bus. The incident happened in Suffolk County as a group of children waited for a school bus off of Bayek Road at about 7:15 a.m. An unknown male reportedly pulled up to the students and told them he could get them to school faster. The bus driver said No. Come on, boys. Get on my bus. Kathy Gannon, a parent who was watching from her porch, said, I was yelling from my driveway, do not get on the bus. That is not your bus. Do not get on. When the children didn't recognize the driver, they declined the man's offer and he drove away. A few minutes later, the school bus approached and picked the children up. The Suffolk County Police Department said the district security was subsequently notified. The minibus driver has been described as a dark-skinned male with an accent who appeared to be middle-aged. According to the children, the minibus had the number 13 on the side. Anyone with information about the minibus driver is urged to contact the Suffolk County Police. And meanwhile, the Contrecourt Central School District is reminding parents to make sure their children know about safety. Don't get on the bus. That's not your bus. Okay, now let's see what happened in the Rodin trial. Wagner trial. George Wagner the fourth. Let's see what happened today, because I was watching the others. Only so many trials. That is not what I want. Hey, Sammy, thank you for becoming a Deputy Rambler. We were wondering where you were. Okay, let's see. We saw Nancy M in here, too. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Where was I now? Where I was with my... Hold on, I just had my stuff and then... Shoot. Okay, let me go over here to... What is this? The first witnesses took the stand in Pike County murder trial. Let's see what happened. The first person to share what she experienced after 8 members of the Rodin family were killed more than 6 years ago was Bobby Jo Manley, who was Dana's sister. Dana, one of the victims. Hold on, let me get the... Got a photo up here that matches what we're doing here. Okay. Now. Manley and a friend found the first 2 victims, Chris Rodin Sr. and his cousin Gary. That discovery was quickly followed by Manley's anguished call to 911, which was played for the jury, and we heard that yesterday. I think my brother-in-law is dead, Manley told a 911 dispatcher. Ma'am, you've got to tell me what's going on, the dispatcher said. There's blood all over the house, Manley said. Okay, the dispatcher said. My brother-in-law is in the bedroom, and it's like someone has beat the hell out of him. In addition to playing that 911 call, prosecutor Angela Canepa also entered previously unseen crime scene photos as evidence. Photos showed blood drying on the floor of the first crime scene, as Canepa noted during her opening statement, and drag marks leading from the living room through the kitchen and down the hall and back to the bedroom where they surmised someone who was bleeding had been drugged. After finding Chris Rodin Sr. and Gary Rodin, Manley told Canepa that she and a friend checked on another trailer and found the bullet-riddled bodies of Frankie Rodin and his fiancée Hannah Gilley. Mercifully, a baby boy whom Hannah Gilley was likely nursing at the time survived, though first responders said he was covered in blood. Also testifying Tuesday was James Manley, Bobby's older brother. He found the lifeless body of their sister Dana in a different residence on Union Hill Road. He was followed by a Pike County deputy who testified about being flagged down by a frantic group of people, including Bobby Manley, in front of the second crime scene. The deputy was among those who saw the baby boy alive but covered in his parents' blood. So we got that. What are you guys talking about? All right, and so did anybody watch the Wagner trial today? Billy Boy, the vest is way too tight for him? Okay. Is anybody on the panel up?
I'm here. I'm always here, Carolyn. Yeah, I'm always here. Just me. I don't know who else is here.
Now. I'm sorry, I slipped off. Just sent you. I sent you something a while ago in Slack. I know I owe a few responses. Payment. Oh yes. There you are, Nicole. Sammy Neiman is in the chat.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it, Sammy. It's fine. I just thought there was maybe something wrong with your PayPal, or mine. Never know.
I started watching the trial with you, but I nodded off.
Oh, that was the Alex Jones one. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Hi, Danielle C. So.
Hi, Petty Patty.
Hi, Petty Patty.
Gail, you're still awake? Gail was just here, right?
It's only 3:15.
Right, but last night, see, you were up like all night. You were up real late after 2 a.m.
Yes.
Because I remember. So you must have not got much sleep, because when I came in this morning, you were up.
Yeah, on and off, just because I'm not well. On and off.
Mm-hmm. My doctor put me on a new sleep medication, and I am scared, of course, to take it because I hate taking anything.
No, yeah, I don't.
But they put me on.
Hello to Scooter. I did say hello.
Hi, Scoots.
I did say hello. Please send me. Okay, I'll send her your info.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'll send it right now. Hold on.
Well, I have her email, Carolyn.
Oh, do you? Because she says she doesn't have your email. You have her email?
Well, I've been emailing her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I emailed you, I think.
Oh, right. You have to have that for, yeah.
Yeah, because I sent it off. Yeah. So we did talk, and it's my emails. Am I allowed to say that? Just not, I don't know.
No, just send it to her.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to be harassed.
Tracy, why does your sleep medicine make you feel fat? Makes you fat. Oh, really? They put me on something called amitriptyline. I guess it's a common medicine that's just used for, different things like I'm not a doctor or anything, but like anxiety and stuff like that. Pain, nerve pain, and it can help with sleep as well. So we'll see. I didn't pick it up today. I was supposed to pick it up and I did not. So I will be up
Oh,
with you
thank
guys
you,
tonight.
Taco. Mommy
Hey,
Ramsbog
Taco.
Chat is the kindest of all, and all of you are here for community and to hang out. Thank you, Taco.
Thanks, Taco. Turkey, yeah. Turkey doesn't make me
Oh.
sleep though, Debbie.
Thank you
I
for
wish
the
it
happy
did.
mail, Debbie. The kids really enjoyed it, and so did Jimmy.
Yeah, I feel you, Tracy. I know. Well, she told me to at least give it 2 weeks, Tracy. She said try the medicine, give it 2 weeks, the good 2-week try.
I'll be right there. I'm gonna get something.
So we'll see. I mean, I'll try it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to. Billy says once you go taco, you never go baco. That's very true. Taco, bacco. Okay, that's better. Gail, I still have my TENS unit on. I'm still using it.
That's good.
I've got mine on too.
I've had mine on all day, Sharon.
Yeah, I've been on and off all day.
On and off, yeah.
We've got a storm thunder and raining, and so
Ooh.
I've got a buzzing dog under my arm.
Oh, okay. We love you, Heidi Mae.
Yeah. Jasper's probably under the bed.
Yeah, they're right around you. You know, the cat's right around you too. They both protect you. That's what animals are for. Throughout the night, keep you company and warm, and that's why we love them so much.
Why isn't my camera going on? There it goes. That
I do
was,
it.
yes, Ohio, right, versus Wagner, yes. That is what that was.
Oh, Debbie asks, are the crafters ordering candle kits? Mine came today, and I'm not a crafter, and I don't know what I'm doing, so it's gonna be.
Debbie, yes, I have a candle kit already. We already ordered them. If you
And so
need a
does Linda.
link, ask me and I can send you a link to the kind of kits we're getting. I can put one in the chat here right now in a minute. Hang on. Hello, Scooter.
Figure out the door open. Oh, okay. Hi, I just can't. I'm too late. I was.
What?
Yeah.
You're too late.
Just gonna say, Carolyn, where'd you go?
Oh gosh.
Now I'm too late.
Yeah. Well, I was gone for a long time.
No, you weren't.
Pretty long.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing? Are you decoupaging?
Yes, I'm gonna get the chat. Hold on.
Can you maybe at some point, Scooter, show us what you're doing, maybe?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, cool.
Let me get the chat up here.
Linda said hello to you, Scooter.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Gail.
Glad to see you up here, really.
Hi, Scooter.
Hi, I was up here because I haven't gotten my paycheck.
I miss you.
Scooter, it's in the mail, Scooter.
Get that out and get to the post office, right?
It's in the mail.
I will put a link right now in there for you, Debbie.
Hi, Taco.
Gonna do candles with the Scooter?
What?
Are you gonna do the candles with you? Cause I've had my kit for about 8 months now. Candles, making candles.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that, no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you need the link for membership, Captain Lee Fan. It's right in the video description, not the channel description, but the video description. Hold on, I'll get that for you in a second.
I have to talk quiet. Lexi just went to bed. Dave just went to bed. Isaiah's been in bed. He's working again.
That's good.
Oh, it's a school night, isn't it? Is it a school night? Yeah, for
No, they're
Lexi.
not in school.
Oh, she's at a. Oh, she doesn't go to. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking.
No,
Okay.
she graduated last year.
Oh my goodness,
I know.
my brain just went.
Okay, here's the links for the candle making kits going in, and then I'll do the. I will do the.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Lex, before you go to sleep, could you
Hey,
fix this for me one time? Wait, maybe I'm trying to get where.
There's
I have
the
a
there's
chat
the
on one
candle
side.
making kit links, and now I'll get the membership link.
When are you doing candles?
I don't know yet. Captain Lee Fan, I hope you're here. Here's the link for
No, it's
membership.
fine.
I'll put it in Slack too.
Captain, oh Captain, where are you?
See, that's what I do.
Alexi.
Hello.
Hi, Lexi.
Alexi.
Hi, Lexi.
Oh
Go to
shoot.
bed now.
hey, Lexi.
Okay.
Good night.
Linda.
Right.
You just said, hey,
Hi.
you know her.
Okay.
You've been trying to forget her.
Oh my God, Scooter, you joke too much. Stop. You really got to stop with these
Linda
jokes.
knows I'm joking.
It's crazy, but yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
saying-
no, Scooter. No, no, no.
I watched one of the videos I took today, Linda. And it's where Carolyn and Sharon, and I'm not gonna name the other person, but, or wait, no, I think it was just you, Sharon, and Carolyn, and we were all in the kitchen, and I guess it was the day we got pizza, because the pizza boxes are there, and you're standing at the end of the counter, and I was real serious, and I said, Linda, tell Carolyn what you did. You're like, what? What do you want I do?
What I do now.
It's too much, Scooter.
And I said,
Thank you, Jenny. Do
put
you want
that boggle game on the table
being a-
again.
No, I
mother,
took the
a
bottle
mother, a
game
member
off
for
the
32
table.
months.
Google.
I
Google.
know. And that's just what you were saying. You're like, I put it over there on the shelf.
Congratulations.
There on the bar chair, and she's backing up like this, like I'm gonna start yelling at her.
Cool, Jenny, cool. Member for 32 months. That's a
Yeah.
long time, Jen.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny.
Wow.
Thank you, Jenny.
My phone is backwards. A lot of lagging on it.
That was funny though.
Kevin, I would love to read again. I have a lot of trouble with my eyes now. I don't know what's going on. It's just I can't see up close.
Get their book light, I thought. It'll make a huge difference.
Get what, Sharon?
Their book light. Here, let me show you.
Yeah, show me. Hold on, let me look. I'm on the chat. Okay.
Wait, are we live still?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Sharon.
I'll wait.
Okay, wait later. Later.
Oh, yeah, Sharon
Okay.
doesn't want to show herself.
No,
We'll spell it. What is it? Say the word again.
the brand is VEKKIA.
BTK.
Okay. I'm gonna look it up.
You wear it over your neck and it's got 2 different lights. It's great.
BTK killer.
Well, what does it do?
It lights the page. But you can use it for your nails, you can use it for just about anything.
Yeah, but it's not the light, Sharon. It's my vision. My
You're
changes.
surprised how much of that is the light.
I don't know. And I look at my phone up close. I can't even really see it. I'm supposed to have trifocals.
When's the last time
or
you've been to
something.
the eye doctor?
I was just there 6 months ago, and he told me this. He said that I need
I have to call and
trifocals.
schedule my mammogram. I forgot to do that today.
Oh,
I'll do
Yeah,
that tomorrow.
get up
Just go to the
close.
dollar store and get some cheaters.
You know what I wish we could do? Just go to the dollar store and get one for nearsighted, one for farsighted, and one for the middle, and just put them all on.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, but I just.
That's what I would
Look
like.
like me.
Yeah.
With glasses on my head.
I have sunglasses on my head, glasses on my face, and I reading glasses all around the house.
Oh, all right.
Dollar
Well,
General,
I have to
Still something.
call and schedule my mammogram. I forgot to do that. Billy
I
Boy,
wear
thank you.
multifocals,
Couldn't help
and there's still
myself
some
but to
things
give
I
a shout out to
can't
MRB and the Fabulous Ramblers. Thank you. Cheers to life,
That's
my
sweet.
friends. That's very sweet,
Blue.
Billy. Thank you.
Billy.
Okay, here's what I'm doing right now.
Real quick though, Kevin says you have.
Is that a little jar?
Yeah,
You
it's a
have-
bigger jar.
It looks like a smaller jar.
No, it's bigger.
No,
Wow,
it looks smaller.
that's nice.
Can't see it.
Nice touch.
It's a
Can you
jar.
highlight Scooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, highlights good.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
There
Oh,
you go.
it's okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah,
No.
this is still wet on the bottom.
Okay.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you.
That is very colorful and vintage. It looks
Wanna
vintage.
drop it. This is the other one. You'll see it's smaller, quite a bit smaller.
I love that one because I love the
Oh,
blue
look at the
colors,
blue
the
one,
hydrangea.
So what's the
Purple.
bidding?
Purple and blue.
Huh.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Are you gonna sell them at some point, maybe? I like those.
Oh,
you
I
going
doubt
to-
nobody would want to buy these.
I would.
Thank you, Taco. Ditto.
Are you gonna
I
put the
would want
waterproof
to.
stuff on it, Scooter?
The what?
Waterproof stuff?
Yeah, it's just now drying. I put that, glossy finish.
Yeah.
Is that the waterproof
But
one?
she wants to know if you're going to use the waterproof Mod Podge.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's the waterproof Mod
This one
Podge.
gets wet and it comes off.
Oh,
You
I
put
have
it in.
no idea.
I told you about it, but you don't watch my videos.
I didn't know either.
Oh, you don't
Scooter.
watch either. I know.
I'm here every day though.
There's
Oh,
a
I'm not paying
waterproof
attention.
Mod.
I'm here every day too. I'm just not in, the
I have a
panel.
waterproof Mod
You're
Podge.
yeah. I know you're here every day.
Hi, thanks Danielle. Thank you, Tracy B.
Taco sent a super chat.
I know. I said
$5.
thank you.
Aw. See, I wasn't listening. That's
I
why.
know you aren't.
Yeah. I just figured it out.
Kevin. Thanks, Jenny. Mrs. Scooter Stewart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get
Okay,
carried
you
away.
can take me off now.
I'm taking you off.
Oh.
I'm working on my pumpkin. Good night. Who's going to bed?
I
got
just
two
took
for one.
me off of the highlight.
Oh. Oh, I'm not a thing. I don't. Because I fall off. I am a co-host a lot, but I fall off like every 5 seconds. So I just come back in.
Yeah. Me too.
Kevin said you're not dependable.
Nope, that is so
No.
true.
Oh, no.
100% accurate.
Yep.
Did you get fired, Nicole?
I'm always fired, perpetually fired.
I get fired all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Fired forever.
Well, my husband won't fire me. I keep asking, but he won't do it.
Thank you, Sean.
Did I tell you, Sharon? I am having surgery.
Oh,
My
Debbie
dad.
D's having surgery in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is.
Everybody give
What's
prayers
it
for
gonna
Debbie.
be? What kind?
Yeah.
Her ulnar nerve is the
ulnar.
transposition
Ah.
surgery.
Prayers for Debbie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prayers for Debbie.
We could put prayers in the chat. Let's put some praying hands in the
Yeah,
chat.
we'll be praying, Deb.
Prayers for our dear Debbie.
For Debbie, and that we love you, Debbie.
Debbie, and you have to have 2 levels fused, from what I heard.
She has to have what?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, two.
2 what?
levels fused in her back.
Yeah.
I don't know what Sharon is saying. Do you? Does anybody understand?
No, I don't.
She said that I
She have 2 levels fused in her back.
2
In
levels
lower back
fused in my lower.
She's
lumbar
having
region.
back surgery and arm surgery tomorrow?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Nicole is having her back fused.
Oh. It's not a
Yeah.
competition,
Debbie.
Nicole. This is Debbie's time.
No. Yes.
Yeah. That's
All right?
All
When
right.
it's your time for surgery, we'll talk about
Debbie.
you. This is Debbie's time right now.
That's very true. I
Right?
understand. Yeah. Heck
You know,
yeah.
This is her surgery.
She's been in pain for quite a while, too.
Yeah, I know.
It's not
Debbie
a
has.
competition.
Pain is no fun. That's what my doctor said. Like, people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand what it's like, that don't have pain.
Yeah,
You
my
know.
shoulder guy says it's a hell of a way to live.
Wow, that's what my doctor
And
said
it's
today.
true.
Well, it's hard, but we just keep going, right? Just keep going.
Keep going.
Hi, Eva.
Well, we have the support
Hi,
of each
Nicole.
other, which is really good.
How are you
Yeah.
doing?
Hi, Heart.
Hi.
Hi, Heart Made Wise.
Hi,
I
Sassy.
understand that.
Hi, Sassy.
Hi, Robity Bo.
Hi, Margot. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Chris Reed. Hi, Mark. I'm not gonna wake Debbie up.
No, she was getting a snack and then she's got surgery in the morning.
Yeah.
She's got surgery at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, she'll be good.
I
She's
know you're
strong.
just
Well, then she could have been getting a snack. Oh, wait.
What?
Yeah,
Well,
can.
no, it was a snack a little bit before, Sharon.
Oh, all right, okay.
Before the 8 hours, I think. 8 to
Oh.
10.
Really sassy?
What?
She just scheduled an appointment for a consult at the spine center.
Ugh, the spine center. I don't like
Caca.
going into that.
Caca. Spines are caca.
Hi,
Yeah.
Puddin'.
Who'd have thought?
Cross-eyed Betty, are you here?
Hi, Pudding.
Hi, Cross-eyed Betty, if you're here.
I want you to call in so I can hear your voice.
Oh, we heard her voice the other night.
I know, she told me.
She? I think I told you.
She already told me before you did.
Debbie S. said she used the
Told me that
cellophane.
tonight.
Hmm?
Read what Debbie S. said. She used the cellophane trick today, and she liked it. So it worked.
Does work.
For decoupage.
What do you mean it does work? You
It
use
does work.
no. They're talking about the iron scooter.
No, the
Well, she-
cellophane.
Oh, the
No, the
No,
cellophane.
are you talking about with no? Because but what's her name was talking about the cellophane with the iron.
Oh,
Really? How do you do that?
Denise, well, see, you weren't listening. Denise was talking about it last night.
But it would melt the
No,
cellophane.
they
That's
put.
what we thought.
I know, and I said I don't want to do it. They put it under They put the napkin on top, then they put parchment paper and they iron, and the saran wrap melts. But I'd like to do it with the Mod Podge.
Oh, you don't use Mod Podge then? You're saying in
Debbie-
place of Mod
Yes,
Podge?
it's like how when I do
Debbie's saying no. I don't think that's what she means.
I don't understand now.
Yeah, I think
don't
I
know
don't know.
what it
I
is
just don't want
either.
to. It gives me a headache when I don't want to smell the burning saran wrap.
Right.
I don't want to do the ironing because I feel like that's not really Mod Podge.
You mean
Carolyn?
decoupage? Yeah,
I mean decoupage.
right.
Janae said she sent you a PayPal that shorted you by 12 cents accidentally. She
Deborah.
just wanted me
Who
to let
did?
you
Who
know.
shorted me?
Janae.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, really, Janae? You better get that 12 cents to me.
Well, then you
I'll
have
be
to add
waiting.
21%
I'll be
interest.
waiting. I had a
Right.
boss that would be like, people go bankrupt. He used to always say, over cents, not dollars. He used to
Yeah.
say that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because like he was like the biggest cheapskate, and then so if I was like with a stamp, I'd be like, blah blah blah. Here's the 23 cents for the stamp, and he would like feel like kind of stupid picking it up. So he would always go, people go bankrupt over cents, not dollars. I was like, yeah, okay, okay, Phil, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Well, we learned that if you have $1 million and if you take away 1 penny, you don't have $1 million anymore.
You learned that.
True.
That's great. I didn't have known that.
That's
What
funny
about-
you said that about a stamp because when my mother-in-law was alive, I was at her house and I asked her, do you think maybe I could get a stamp from you? And I was on my way to work and at her house and she was like, oh, sure, no problem. And she brought one out and she was like, oh, hold on. Wait a minute. And then she went on her computer and she was like, yeah, I'm right. They're at up to 65 cents now. She wanted me to pay her for it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I started like digging change out of my purse, but I was thinking like, really? You want me to pay you
Right,
for
yeah.
a stamp?
65 cents.
Yeah,
Wow.
or
Yeah.
whatever it was. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Aren't stamps like 50 cents now?
I don't know what
I
they
know
are.
that, I knew
I was
it
gonna
was
say, I
60,
don't-
but I believe
Hi,
it's
that girl.
number.
Thanks for becoming a deputy
I
rambler.
have no idea what they are. She passed away a while ago, so
Ah,
Welcome, that girl.
I think they're 60 cents.
Is that what they are now? I don't even know what stamps are.
I
Yeah.
don't either.
They have those forever stamps now. or
That, I
something.
was just gonna say, that's what I
I
have.
have some, gotta save them.
And I just used my last one yesterday.
Hi, LMN.
Did you ever send those postcards to Leslie Romani?
No,
did I s-
Oh,
and she has some for me she hasn't sent either.
yeah. She said she was waiting for you.
Yeah. We're hoping next year we can send them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's a hurry, right?
Huh? I didn't hear you, Linda.
She said there's no hurry,
What's the
right?
hurry?
Oh,
No.
right, yeah. Oh gosh, I can't even hear you guys tonight.
Scooter's such a bad girl. That's why we like her.
I made a coffee in my thermos and I can't get the lid off.
Oh no.
You just gotta take your time.
No, it
What are
won't
you
move.
doing, Gail?
She
Oh,
I
can't
made
get
a
the lid
coffee
off
in the
her thermos.
and the lid won't come off.
Oh, man. Hi, Sammy.
Any tricks?
Put it between your knees and hold on as tight as you can.
Hi, Puddin.
I love that name, Sammy. I think it's so
Somebody
cute.
was telling me something about.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes,
Is
definitely. It's a cute name,
Probably
yeah.
Santa is my guess.
It's a cool person's name.
Yeah, I like
That's my
that name.
friend Samantha. Sammy is Samantha.
Yeah, it's a cool person name. She's cool because she's a cool name, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, bad girl, she gave you a super chat, Carolyn.
Oh, I can't see that girl in
Oh,
chat.
thank you, that girl.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Carolyn, she gave you a super chat.
I know, I just said I appreciate that girl. You can't hear me, Scooter.
Well, you know, turn up the
You gotta-
hearing aid.
I know, turn
Yeah.
up the hearing aid.
She's getting to that age.
I did hear you. I was just being ornery.
We could do a GoFundMe for you, Scooter, for Miracle Ear.
We could.
I'm gonna try my first can.
Oh my gosh, your first can?
Oh,
Yay.
I want so bad. I
What,
need to open a
Sharon?
can of something. I want to do one. I want to see it done though.
I
Where-
have so
where-
many videos where I've done them, Sharon.
Well, that's the fun part.
Scooter, where'd you
I
get the
want to
nice
see one where I
cans?
pay attention.
We've showed you, we've showed you,
Sometimes I zone out.
showed you.
The can? This was
Yeah, those are nice.
these were corn.
No, but you just took. So you just. What about the ouchie part? Like, what do you do for
Can
the
you
top?
imagine if you decoupage your cans before you took your stuff out of them? If you just started decoupaging all the cans in your
Oh, that's a
pantry
good idea.
before you use the stuff in them, you know what I'm saying? So you had to guess then what was inside of them?
That's
Get
so
a
funny.
corn napkin.
So you had to be like, this looks like pumpkin.
Yes. You put this on the top of the lid.
That would be fun, right?
It
Oh,
would
yeah.
be.
Yeah, I won't be using a lid, Sharon,
It
or
would be
whoever
a
asked.
guessing game.
Yeah, but isn't it sharp at the top?
No.
Oh,
Not really.
I would do a soup can, I think, first.
Oh yeah, a soup can. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a soup
Mainly
can. So
because
as long
that's
as
the
it's
thing I'm
not.
most likely to eat.
But I don't have
Really,
any
even
soup
if I
open.
decoupaged it, I'd still know what it was, because it's got the pull ring on top, which I think are cruel. Does anybody else think they are?
What?
Pull rings on the top of tuna cans in particular, and also soup cans.
You think they
You
are?
should be able to turn it over and open the can, but you can't.
Thank you, Taco.
Because there's some people that don't have the strength to open
Mhm.
those.
Yeah, with the
Oh,
pull
God,
tabs,
that's
right?
butter knife.
Yeah. They don't have
I
the
hate-
strength. I have to get Mike, I can open the tuna can about a third, and he has to finish it. I can't
Oh,
pull it hard enough.
Sharon, I thought you were saying pull rings, not pull rings. So I had no idea what you were talking about. But I got it.
No, pull
Yeah.
tabs, pull rings, yes.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I meant pool?
I
As in
didn't know
swim?
what. Yeah, I didn't know what you were
Oh, no.
saying.
Pull.
Oh, okay. I hate those though. I like
I
the
don't
can
know.
opener.
Me too. But you can't turn those over and open them up. And I don't, maybe you can open the top of it with a can opener. I've never tried it.
Sharon,
Even though
you
it's
know,
got the pull tab.
yeah.
I'll have to try it.
You know how many times I pulled the pull tab off of the pull tab can,
I've done it too. I've done it.
and then you can't open it because it won't open right.
Carolyn,
Oh,
where'd you go?
I'm
Then
bringing
you
my
jam
pumpkin over here and
A
get-
dinner knife as far in as
Where'd
you
you
can.
go?
You lift the edge of, you lift the knife, you use it like as a fulcrum, and you do it all the way around and it will come off.
And I
I've done
won't
it.
cut
That's
my
how I know.
fingers off, right?
No, I
Can't
know.
Yeah,
guarantee that.
sometimes use a butter
No
knife,
problem.
Sharon. It's
A
strong
butter
enough to do it. To
Yeah,
get
it's
the
gotta
left.
be a heavy knife, like a dinner
Butter.
knife, a butter knife, whatever you wanna call it.
It's not a
Yeah,
thing.
I'll tell her, Kevin. I'll let her know when she
Nothing
comes
with
back.
bridges, you know?
I need
Yeah.
to invest in some heavy knives.
Be careful.
Just your regular everyday dinner knife, or butter knife as Linda calls it. Anything like that. Just a good one, or even a crap one.
I haven't opened a can of tuna in a good year.
Ew, gross.
That would be so
I
gross
haven't
if
opened one in a while.
the tuna came
Yeah.
out on you.
I
All
use
the
Oh.
envelopes.
Oh.
when you were pulling the tab.
Oh,
It's happened to me, Lark.
Carolyn?
Yes?
That girl said, thank you for sharing my friend Taylor Pomaski's story. We all appreciate it.
Oh,
Oh, you're
that
welcome.
was very nice, that girl.
Deborah Vancouverton, pull tab problems.
Deborah.
If you'd ever want to come on and talk about anything, you're welcome to, that girl. You're welcome to call
we
in
would
and
love to
talk
hear
about
about
anything
it.
you'd like.
Did you share that tonight, Carolyn?
No, I don't think it was tonight. Nope.
What happened to Puddin' Pops? That would be fun.
What's a pudding pop?
It's a
What is that?
book, Debbie says, Debbie S.
Remember Bill Cosby? And he was like, that's a pudding pop, dude. And he was like saying all like it was crazy.
Yeah.
And he would advertise those pudding pops.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You remember that? He was very animated.
Carolyn, Debbie S says, where is the book? What happened to Puddin' Pops? That would be fun. And then Foxy Dog said, I emailed you for the number to call in to debate about how you're wrong about Alex Jones.
Okay, but as long as you're nice, right, Foxy? Be nice. Nice if you're
it's
nice.
Who's calling in? What?
I remember
Foxy
that,
Dog?
Debbie. Debbie, yes, I remember.
Foxy
you
Dog,
said, Carolyn.
I think I've seen some things you put about me on other forums, and I don't think I want you up here because I think you're not talking about Alex Jones at all.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
You can fool
Oh.
some of the people some of the time. And you lied about emailing me because there's no email even here from you.
well, that's rude.
Yeah.
What's your busted?
I was gonna have to make myself scarce for a while.
Why?
Carolyn,
No, same reason I had to leave the chat. I couldn't stand reading the comments.
It was hard, but yeah, I mean,
It was just getting to me.
yeah.
I
Let's just.
to chat and cry.
Mhm. Right.
Like,
We talked about it, you know. If you want to rewind it, you can. I mean, that's all I can say, really.
not to me.
No, to the other
No.
person, the person in
Yeah.
chat. Yeah. Whatever,
Foxy
Foxy.
Dog.
Yeah.
Carolyn, when you do the soup cans, since they're so small, do you take the napkin and just wrap it around or no?
Wait just 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
I want to hear that one too.
And Sharon?
Okay,
I
what
woke
did you
up
want
a
to know?
little
Do I
bit-
just wrap it around?
Yeah, do you kind
I
of
do,
just-
but I do, but it's you know, it's a little hard. Like
Yeah, yeah. I don't
you got to
think
be
I will.
careful.
I'm not
You
gonna
got to
do
go
that.
nice and easy.
Yeah, I'm not going to. But Sharon, I woke up a little bit last night to see right where you were showing a shell that you did.
Oh,
It looked really pretty.
oh, well, thank you.
And then I
They're
went
not
back
that-
to
They're
sleep.
not that nice in person. They really aren't. You know, now that I have one of Carolyn's, I can see
No.
the difference. Why?
Why would
Because-
you say that?
What?
Because Carolyn's is perfect and mine.
No. No. We don't talk that way. Yours was beautiful, and Carolyn's was beautiful.
At a distance, mine look pretty good, but up close they don't.
Well, I would like to buy one.
Right,
from you at
Debbie.
some
Okay,
point.
maybe
I don't think you.
I'll get it out for another night. The trivia pudding pops.
That girl, Nightbot just dropped the email. If you want to email Carolyn to come up
Nightbot?
on the panel.
There's so many.
Carolyn, I bought these a while ago at Michael's, I think it was.
Wait, Debbie, you got those at Michael's?
Yeah, yep.
How much? How much?
50 cents.
Oh, really? Ooh, I feel tripped to
I'm
Michael's.
kidding, they weren't 50 cents.
Oh, darn it all.
She's
No,
just trying.
they
She's
were-
just trying to make me look bad. That's okay. It's all right, Scooter.
It's just teasing. No, they were
No, because
several
I need some more
dollars.
hate directed at me.
No.
Excuse me for
They
a minute.
were-
No, excuse me. I'm a little bit pissed off.
No, really, they were expensive. I'm not joking. They really were.
Okay. I was all set to make a.
They were like, I think,
You can put some in the door tomorrow.
like $8 or $10 each, something like that.
No.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. I'm not joking.
Oh. Holy cow. I
They
bought
really
some on
were.
Amazon and it was like $20 for maybe.
Yeah, they were like, I think it was 10 for one. That's just one.
That's really nice though. But and you
Yeah.
got that.
That's a
Did
big
you-
one. That's a really big one though, Debbie.
I know. That's what I want. You
But it
got
was
that at
on
Michael's?
sale at $10 was the sale price.
At Michael's?
Hey, DJ.
It was either Michael's or, yeah, it was Michael's.
Okay. Because they take coupons from other places, you know. They'll take them. Well, I don't know about them. I know that Joann's will take Michael's coupons and Hobby Lobby's coupons.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if they sell shells. That's hard to say.
Yeah, yeah. And this was a while ago too.
That one's, hold it up with your hands. Show me how big it is next to your hand. Like the
My
palm of your
hand.
hand. Yeah. That's
It's just a little bit bigger, you know.
nice. Where do they get those from?
It says Ireland.
Wow. They have some big scallops in Ireland.
Wait a minute. Hold that up.
I know, right?
I can't see Scooter. She's not high.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
I don't
Scooter
know.
page across the
Go
cup.
on,
I'm gonna
go on,
have-
gallery or whatever. it's
That's
called.
very big.
But the other size isn't really that much smaller.
No, that's pretty big.
That is huge and
Put that all the
cool.
way to the front of your face. Touch the back of it to your nose. That's pretty good.
Oh
size
my
dog.
goodness. That's
What?
huge.
Pretty big.
It covers your entire mouth, nose, and half of your face. That's huge
Yeah.
shell.
Yeah,
I love it.
we're not saying your face is huge.
Well, they were pricey, so I only bought 2 of them.
Okay. Well, still, Come back, Carolyn.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm
A
sorry,
12
I'm
pack,
eating,
a
but not
12
full.
pack of those shells at Michael's is almost $50. Okay,
Really?
I'm looking at them
Yeah,
right now
yeah.
on the site.
Yeah.
No
That's what
way.
I said. They're expensive.
I know, but
What?
I only bought 2 because they were so pricey.
Wow.
12 pack, $47.95,
Yeah. Yeah, they're expensive.
and then each alone they're $7.
Okay, I think their smaller ones were 7.
Well, yeah.
These were 10, I think. And you know I have to tease you. I guess that wasn't a
Yeah,
good
but
joke
right
with the way
now
everything's going.
I've really
Right,
had like
right.
enough
Yeah.
of what they're doing because it's
Yeah,
every
yeah.
frickin' thing
Yes.
they do.
Right.
They're
right,
doing,
right.
and I
right.
just can't. It's ridiculous. It's
Can I
so
do this to the haters?
Sure.
yeah.
That was the wrong one, though. I'm just saying.
What?
No, it was the right one.
I thought you told them they were number 1 for a second.
No.
Oh, it was the, okay.
Carolyn said for future for that girl, not tonight. Oh, unless she, whatever she wants to do. If she wanted to come up, she could. Whatever she looks like.
Oh,
Ellen, man, I've raised it up all the way. And
So
I
how
have
much you
some that I
start in
bought.
the
I have some I bought from Carolyn.
And you know what I sell them for? About $2 a piece.
What do you sell it?
About $2 a piece.
Can I buy some from you?
Okay,
Yeah.
$2 a freaking piece.
I think I have 4 of them coming from you.
What?
So you're losing money on them. Why are you doing
Yeah,
that?
well, that's what okay. But
Why are you losing money on them? You shouldn't do that.
whatever. I don't
You're gonna
know.
up it, yeah, that's.
And who
too
cares
low.
what those idiots say?
Yeah, that's true.
They're nothing but a bunch
Sammy,
of
I
freaking
just
liars.
got one, but I think I misread it. I think I thought you were talking to me. So when you get your thing back, it's gonna be probably not make any sense.
Gail, what are you making?
Sammy Neiman emailed you a few times, Carolyn.
Yeah, I just answered her. Yeah, so I think Sammy, I answered the one, but it's not. I thought it was to me. You'll see when you get it.
And Sammy, yeah, don't worry about it. If you don't get my request, I can cancel it.
Okay,
I can
that
send
girl.
it again.
Let me check. Sorry about that. I'm just getting very upset with this stupidity. Okay, please don't. But I have sent the link, and I'm just too emotional. Okay, but if you answer questions, okay, did you send me the link just now? Did you send me? Can you send me the
She
link?
said she just now emailed you, Carolyn.
She did, but can you send me the link again? I don't know where it is. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Oh, Kevin Ware. Okay, this is all right. Kevin Ware. This is the former NFL player. That's what it is. Okay, so cut his girlfriend's throat in the shower and burned her body at the drug dealer's home.
What?
Yeah, we talked about this, I don't know, last week was it, I think?
I don't remember that.
Former
I found that-
NFL athlete Kevin Ware told a woman that he cut the throat of his missing girlfriend, Taylor Pomaski, in the shower, and then he burned her body. Investigators revealed in court records. So this is, let me see.
Horrible.
That's the guy.
Wow.
Big guy.
So Wells is mad.
He was indicted in Pomaski's death and was in bed with the woman when he divulged Pomaski's fate. He showed her a photo of a fire on his phone. The Harris County Sheriff Office investigators revealed in a warrant used in December to search a property where Pomaski's remains were found. Pomaski vanished after an April party at Ware's home. An associate judge ordered Tuesday that the 41-year-old defendant be temporarily held without bail on the murder charge after reading the search warrant and several other documents prosecutors provided. The prosecutor, Lacey Johnson, said several witnesses in the case would feel unsafe if Ware would be freed. In addition to the no bail order, Judge Tiffany Hill ordered Ware to be held on a combined $550,000 charge of tampering with evidence in the case of a corpse and unlawful possession of a weapon. Ware's attorney, Neil Davis III, argued that he be held at a lower amount and that he could stay at a relative's spring home should he make bond. He can argue for a judge to set bond once the order expires in 60 days. Pomaski's relatives sat in the courtroom during the proceedings but later declined to comment. Hold on 1 second.
Who wants a murderer staying with them, relative or not?
Yeah, half a dozen search warrants aimed at searching Ware's home, vehicle, and phone outline the months-long investigation into Pomaski's disappearance and the eventual discovery of her skeletal remains. He had been out on bond on an unrelated Montgomery County charges for less than a week at the time of the April 25th party that he hosted at the home of 4 friends. The retired football player told authorities who visited him after Pomaski was reported missing that she attended the party but left with several other guys. She ditched her beloved Jack Russell Terrier and all her belongings, he said. Pomaski was rarely seen without her dog, according to her mother and at least one witness. Ware then claimed that Pomaski stole his French bulldog, according to court documents. Contrary to that statement, the woman who garnered Ware's purported confession said he gave her his dog, according to authorities. Let's see. The deputies were at some point approached by a witness who said that Ware, with a 6'4" stature, weighing 330 pounds, had been beating Pomaski, who was a third of his weight. He refused to let her leave his home and fought off anyone who tried to intervene, said witnesses. He flashed a gun at the home during the party. If anyone had a problem with the way he conducts his business, to let him know, and he will put an effing bullet in your skull, the witness told investigators. The next month, police seized several guns and narcotics, cocaine and methamphetamine from Ware's home. A frequent visitor to Ware's home told authorities that he rarely sleeps and is always on methamphetamines. On the night of the party, he saw Ware slapping and choking Pomaski. He contends Ware locked the woman in a bathroom and then came out with a knife. An arrest for the June 2021 for a felon in possession of a weapon charge in Harris County prompted his return to Montgomery County on a warrant. He remained there until earlier this month. Court records in Montgomery County show authorities suspected early on that Ware was linked to Pomaski's disappearance and likely death. Prosecutors worried that Ware, as a former NFL player, would have the means to flee the country, and asked the judge to increase or withhold bail. Ware played for Washington in 2003 and the San Francisco 49ers in 2004, and the judge decided to keep him jailed without bond. Police analyzed Ware's phone records in October as he remained in the Montgomery County Jail. Logs of calls and text messages revealed that Ware contacted a man believed to be his drug dealer amid Pomaski's disappearance. A helicopter unit flew over the spring property that belonged to that man and discovered a large burn pile in an open field. A childhood friend of Ware's told authorities that he saw bones in a burn pile during a visit to the property. Some of the bones were large, he said. The friend went inside a home on the property and claimed to authorities that he saw human skulls inside. Police searched the property later in December and found Pomaski's skeletal remains. Bones were listed in court documents as being seized from the property, but skulls were not included. The property owner has not been charged with a crime. Investigators continue to determine whether additional people were linked to Pomaski's disappearance. Her dog has never been found. Okay, so what was the, you said you got some more terrible news? That's terrible enough, but what was did you say you got something worse than that? Skulls, it said, yes, skulls, Debbie, yes. Skulls were found on the property.
Skulls, plural?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There are many more people that will be arrested, that girl says.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, one skull's enough. I mean, geez, but more skulls? That's horrible. This is crazy.
Wow.
No, that was it. Okay, yeah.
And he bragged about it?
Well, that was good that he didn't get bail, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dog.
Oh, that girl says, no, that was a terrible news.
Dog.
Okay, so.
Oh.
2 syllables, dog. What are you talking about, dog? I don't get that, Taco.
Oh, dog. Dog. Oh, good. How is dog to someone?
Dog.
Dog.
I don't
How
know.
you do. You can't make it more than.
I'm not sure, Taco, what that means. He was in bed with a girl, right, and he showed her a photo of the fire, Taylor, and then he told her all about it. But at least that girl went to investigators and got with his confession, right?
Oh my God.
Lucky she's alive.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
terrible.
Where did this happen?
In Texas.
I've never even heard. That's just.
County. Isn't that Houston? Houston area, I think.
He's pleading not guilty still, that girl says, and it happened in Houston.
Wow.
Well, of course he's pleading not guilty.
I'm so sorry, that girl.
Good night, Danielle C.
Yeah,
She said
sorry,
she was
that
falling
girl.
asleep.
Good night, Danielle C.
Good night, Danielle.
Sweet dreams.
And as Kevin says, get good rest, Danielle C. Yep, he just said it. Yep, he just said it.
Good rest.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I said it before he typed it, too. Like, right as he typed it. He always says that. It's very sweet.
He does.
Yeah.
Dog.
Oh, like dog. Like he was making it funny.
Dog. No, duog.
Dog.
Duog.
Like, you know, like dog.
Duog.
I have a dog.
Dog. Duog. Dog. Dog.
But you could say that up
Duog.
here.
Dog.
Dog.
Dog. But that still is duog.
But in
Dog.
New York, they say like, in New York, they would say
Dog.
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 Dog. I have
Got
two
your dog?
dogs.
You got your dog?
I got one dog.
Yeah.
How many dogs you got?
Get those 2 dogs.
You got 2 dogs?
Yeah.
That's a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
W-A-G.
It's a lot of dogs.
Knock the car, lock.
Let's
Get a
drink
dog.
some coffee. We'll drink some coffee and
I
walk
want some
the dog.
coffee and I'm gonna walk my dog. I'm gonna get my daughter. I'm gonna get my daughter a coffee. I'm gonna walk the dog.
Hey, how many daughters do you have?
I have 1 daughter. I'm gonna get my daughter and I'm gonna get my daughter a dog.
There's these 2 ladies that keep talking on there's a commercial. You know what kind of, I forget what it is now. It's for lending or something. You know, I never knew that something about that much legal tender. Tender. Oh, it's hilarious.
Sharon, do you want to talk about Lendon? We could talk about Lendon.
Pack the car. You gonna pack the car? Yeah, Nicole.
That's Massachusetts, though. That's
I know. I'm doing that for you.
They don't say always, right?
They go like, they talk really fast, and they're like, you got to park the car and have it, yeah. You just say like it's really fast.
There's no R's.
Have it, yeah.
There's no 0 R's. You can't say any R's at all. No.
No, they don't.
Good night, that girl.
R's.
Good night, that girl. All right,
Who
yes.
needs R's, right? Sharon, who needs R's?
Try to rest and yes, call in next time. Prayers. Thank you for becoming a member, that girl.
Oh, that's nice. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, Kato. Kato. I called you Kato. Sorry. Kato. Oh, it's my friend. Rambling Recruiter is here. My friend.
Oh, your friend. Hello, Rambling Recruiter.
When
You can't live
Rambling
without us.
comes.
I can't live without you.
Don't do it.
Can't live.
If living is without you.
If living is without you.
I can't
There you
live.
go. That was for you, Rambling.
I can't hurt anymore.
I'm gonna start singing "It's a Small
Can't
World."
live anymore. That's
Hi,
for you.
LMNW. Thanks for coming back.
Oh,
She's
hello.
back.
Oh, that's pretty. I'll do that.
She's back.
Here, I want to show you something. I want to go.
Who told me not to talk to you? Why not?
Jeannie,
Nobody said
talking about life. I put together your stuff.
I want to go there.
If you all start singing what? You're going to leave?
Who's gonna leave?
Yes, of all the deer warning signs. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know you weren't anywhere near me. I tried to send you a message to tell you that you weren't anywhere near me.
Okay then.
I'm so sad.
What were you showing, Sharon?
Yeah,
So
what is
sad. I'm
that?
so sad.
Oh, it's too late now.
What do you got,
I'm
Sharon?
really
Hang
upset.
on, I'll show you.
Wait a minute. I won't spotlight you, okay? I'll just look at the
She was up in the Albany area, Debbie S., and it wasn't near me.
Can I can myself spotlight you. I could pin you to my
Did you
own.
paint that?
No, it's a jigsaw puzzle.
That's a jigsaw puzzle you did?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
That's very relaxing to do,
Very
I
nice.
bet.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
You know what's the best thing about that,
I do like that.
Karen? You know what the best thing about that is?
Hmm.
You can never lose a piece.
No, you can't. This is true. Although I
Isn't
did
that
one.
amazing?
Why can't you?
Because it's digital.
Yes,
Oh,
so if you leave one on the board somewhere and it's the same color, say as the ocean here, and if you left a piece on it that matched, you might spend a while looking for it.
What do you mean it's digital?
It's online,
It's on my phone.
I've never even heard of that.
Okay. Oh, wow, okay.
So you would never lose.
I
a
thought you
piece
said
if they
Dave
had
did those all the time.
He has, yeah, he would do them on his laptop, or
Yeah.
on his, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I remember you used to say that.
Oh, by the way, Rambling Recruiter,
Hit that, it shows you what the puzzle is.
Nicole.
I think they should try
nice.
decoupage. That's what I wanted to say.
Mm.
Tomorrow, you know what I'm doing?
Hi, Flo.
I'm going outside with the kids, and we're gonna find some fallen leaves, and we're gonna decoupage a can. We're gonna try.
That's good.
We'll
I thought you
see
were
how
doing that
goes.
today.
No, I didn't do that. It rained. We couldn't.
I
We had
can't believe
cuckoo
you can
weather.
just decoupage leaves, you know?
Yeah, you can. Apparently, you can decoupage anything to anything.
Still,
I guess.
on maple leaves.
Sammy's in Florida too, Debbie S. So is Scooter, she's in Florida too. She's moving to the Villages next month.
Yeah.
Her and Dave are moving to the Villages.
Ooh, the villages sound nice.
They've
might
heard that
be
they've
the
heard that
new-
there's a really nice social life for them down there, right, Scooter?
Well, they have a
Well, we've
pool.
heard.
Yeah.
You can
Maybe
play
you'll have your-
pickleball, whatever that is.
Maybe you'll have your own alligator, Scooter.
And then they have
Maybe
the
you'll live next to
activities.
Debbie in her little development.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Do you know what, Debbie? I have real neighbors that live in the Villages. I asked them if they knew you. They said no, they didn't. But they said that there's a lot of villages, and they're probably
there
not.
is?
Yeah, that's what they told me. They said there's a lot
plethora.
of villages, a lot of them.
A plethora of villages.
I asked them
yeah.
if they knew you, and they're like, no, doesn't sound familiar.
What is
Apparently,
the
it's big there. Pickleball. I don't know what pickleball.
Pickleball? Oh, somebody was telling me they played pickleball down somewhere. Somebody just told us that. I think he said that our neighbors that they do like to play pickleball down there in the Villages.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know what a pickleball is, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't
cool.
either. I've never
Oh,
heard
it's like a
someday.
racquetball kind of a thing, right? Looks like a racquetball racket
People
kind of.
who
Apparently.
play tennis when they get older, they play pickleball.
Right. Who's in charge of setting up the Ramblers for the villages? Because when we
It's
get older, that's
1,500
part of the
people,
club.
20 miles long. So, but I have to ask Jimmy because he just said something about pickleball, and I think he said that this guy plays pickleball down there in the Villages.
I can't wait to go.
Pickleball is hot. Okay.
it's very
we have
popular.
somebody come on here that lived in there.
Yeah, that's
What does
Debbie.
the
She lives in the
Villages
Villages.
mean?
But I mean, did she come on and talk about it?
Does Debbie really live in the villages?
Yes, she really
though?
lives in the Villages.
What? Lucky.
What does that mean? Like a retirement village?
Oh, yes.
It's huge though, and they have a pool
They do.
and
have a-
jacuzzis and everything. Yes.
150,000.
150,000 people live there.
People.
Oh my God. Do they have any openings? And what's the age? What do you have to get there?
How did it
Wait,
disappear
I have a whole
again?
family. I
I
can't go.
think one of you has to be 55.
You're not blocked, but why is... What is going on? You're not blocked, Sammy. Well, how did you lose your membership again? You just got it back at the beginning.
Oh, weird.
That's really strange.
You
'cause
resigned again.
Oh,
You resigned.
oh,
What, are you on the same name, Sammy? That's weird.
Or the same account or same device, maybe if
Oh,
you
that's
switch
maybe.
devices or
Device.
something.
should matter, should it?
It shouldn't, but some people.
Are you using a different device or something? Like, are you just on a?
I
Maybe.
just said that.
Oh
Just
yeah,
did
I know.
BBI.
Oh my God, I was messing with that tens machine. See, not paying
See, mine just
attention.
quit Just now.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, I know. Mine did too. That's why I was messing with it, not paying attention.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put mine on for an hour again.
Okay, me too.
Living is without you.
You hear me clicking?
To get mine out of the thing. I got mine in the count. Let's see.
I always get the cord stuck. Sometimes I get pulled back from it if it's like stuck somewhere, but that's worth it. The benefits outweigh the risks.
Yeah, true enough. Only because the cords, I don't want the cords to get all tangled up, so.
I need to put one on every
Who
part.
is Jean? What do you mean, Jean?
Jeanette.
No, Sassy's saying who's Jean?
Well, they're calling Jean Jeanette.
Why?
That they just short for Jeanette. It's easier to
No,
type.
Jean. She doesn't want to go by Jean. That's not her name.
That's not her name.
You just can't
Okay.
do that. Like, you just can't call me Carol because you just want to call me Carol. I don't go by the name Carol. It doesn't matter what you like. It's what I like.
If
It's
you
what, like,
call me
Jeanette
Anna-
likes. Jeanette doesn't like Jean.
But maybe she does. Let's ask. See what she says.
Jeanette, tell him. Tell him you don't like Jean and you want to be called Jeanette or Janetta.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, she's not upset.
Yeah, well, we don't like Jean for Jeanette. She never goes by
No.
Jean. It's mean.
That's a nice name though, because that's my mother's name. That's not my real
Well,
mother, but my mother here.
Grandmother's name.
Wouldn't know who they were talking to if they called her Jean.
Yeah, she's Jeanette or Janetta.
Jeanette.
No,
can I call
Billy.
you
Billy,
Jean?
stop
No,
causing
Billy.
trouble. You cannot
No.
call her Jean. She might. Just rambling recruiter, stop causing trouble. She minds.
Okay. We'll say Jeanette. I'm
Jeanette
sorry.
is very direct. She's not going to just let somebody call her
Oh, this
Jean.
is true.
Well,
She'll take
Jeanette, tell them.
Evil eye. Just give me eye. Evil eye.
Tell them you don't want to be called Jean. And you're tired of it.
that's
And-
my mom. She said, my name is Jeanette as well. I go by Jen.
Or Jenna.
Or Jenna.
But not Jean.
Okay. Jenna's pretty. Jen is
That was
nice.
Taco though, not Jeanette.
Yeah.
Jeanette wants
Oh.
to be Jeanette.
Okay.
Billy.
Oh, I thought that was Jeanette. I'm so sorry. I see, not paying attention.
That's okay, Taco.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
Billie Jean. Not my
She's
lover.
just a
That's what I was just thinking. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a gal who says that I am the one, but the kid is not my son, Billy boy.
Yeah.
The kid is not my son.
That's right.
You gotta
not.
sing it. Guys,
Dance
sing.
on the floor and around.
There you go.
Like my name is Flo, but you can't call me F. Right. Exactly. And we
Oh
can't
my
call
goodness.
you
know
you
what?
love.
Can I tell you
Carolyn,
guys
take a
something?
look. What am
I
I
do that
taking a
all the
look at,
time.
Debbie S?
I have no idea.
Taking a look at what, Debbie S?
At the villages. She wants to look at you to look at the villages, I think. Let me see.
They have.
I'm going to send Carolyn the villages lifestyle pack. That gal will be here when the boys get to be 19. Oh, okay.
Really? I
That's
doubt
cool. She's gonna send
We can
it to you.
certainly
What? That
call
gal?
you Fred. Kevin.
That gal will
Kevin
be
wants to
here.
be
Who
called
said that
Fred?
gal will be here?
Yeah,
He
Lynette?
does. Maybe he says, maybe I
I'll
want
let
to be
Kevin.
called Fred.
I'll call you Fred.
Hi, Jeanette.
Oh, I thought Rambling Recruiter was new. Okay, well, that's all right.
Jeanette?
Not anymore. Now they're a regular.
A
No,
regular new.
They're calling
been here
her
for-
Jean. Jean, you know what I mean.
I like that name. That's my mother, not my real mother, but I love her, and I love her name. So, and I also love Jeanette, and I love her name.
What name?
Her name Jeanette. Her name Jeanette.
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 But you said there was a different name you loved.
Just go to your face. You're like, what name?
No, because you said I really love that name and I love the name Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Yeah.
Jeanette. Jeanette.
People call me Elle sometimes.
Oh. I
Oh,
like
okay.
that. I
It's
like
okay,
that.
Jeanette.
Out of laziness,
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Flows
Jeanette.
too bad, Kevin.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay.
People call me Nikki in my real life.
They call me Sherry. Blair.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Sherry.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Nikki.
Some people call me Nick too. Like, I don't care really.
Sammy, everything is okay.
My nickname is Little Girl. Was Cole, Cole. That was what my parents called me. My grandma called me that.
Oh, this cute.
Little Cole.
Yeah.
Cute. I can never understand why people would ask you what you want your kid to be called by, and you tell them Michael, and they call him Mike.
Oh.
Why did you ask me?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Debbie,
That's a beautiful
I don't
name.
have anything
That's my-
from you.
it's my
That's
favorite name of all time.
It's my husband's middle name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn,
Yes.
is the greatest community new merch out yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is?
Oh yeah.
I looked, I didn't see it. I
It's-
guess I'm.
Yeah, go
not-
on the community post and there's a link to it.
Oh, okay. I just looked under the video and it had like a
Oh,
Teespring
oh,
link
yeah.
and another link.
Yeah, they don't have
Okay.
everything else. I mean, it's like you go. Yeah, if you go, there's so much stuff that you have to.
I'm
They
just
go by
looking for
collection.
love in all the wrong places, as usual.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know what people really call me though nowadays? They call me Hey.
Hey.
That's my name.
Hey.
My name is Hey.
Who forced this? That's what my mother always
Hey, there it is.
said.
I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. Now the song in my head because of what Lark said.
I started singing it too.
What, really?
I did. Then I
That's
went,
wild.
no, I'm going to sing.
I know.
Story of my
did.
life.
I just got a Tervis sunflower, says Debbie S.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, a Tervis sunflower. The
Home
Tervis
of
cup.
the best community on YouTube. I like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're a hoodie. That's cool.
A hoodie?
A hoodie.
Does it zip?
You could. There is a zip one.
Uh,
Another one.
I
There's
like the ones that don't zip,
Yeah, I
but
like the
I
one
think
that-
there are
Minute.
ones that do.
You have a hoodie? Wait. Can I see the hoodies? Because I want a hoodie.
They're on there.
Oh
got
my
it.
goodness.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
like
look
that
at
pink
YouTube.
t-shirt. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
The hoodies are really cute.
I want tank tops and
And then there's the other
hoodies.
one too. There's the one for the Edisto Island trip.
Do you have any black hoodies?
Yeah.
Look at all the colors, circles, Nicole. On there, you can see what colors they come in.
I know, they're cool. I'm
Where's
looking
the
right now.
Edisto Island trip? I don't
Right
see
here.
that.
Oh crap, I'm on the YouTube because I'm looking at chat, but I can still see it. So it's a little behind.
Ramblers celebrate good
Wait.
times. Come on.
There you go.
What does it say on it? I
It
can't
says
see.
Edisto Island Ramblers Celebration 2023.
Oh, but I can't get that because I didn't go.
No, this is for
so
this
sad.
year. Danielle. I always want to call her Danielle.
You don't even know
Nicole.
who I am, Carolyn.
It's for this year, Nicole. This year. Coming up.
I'm going this year.
Next
Okay.
year.
2023?
2023. We got to get our
2023.
stuff together. This is for
Yeah, this is
2023.
new merch, Sharon.
Say 2023?
It does.
My eyes are. It's
for the new trip.
It's just me.
Okay.
Kevin,
I
look.
don't
Kevin likes
I'm excited to
Tank
meet
tops,
you guys,
right?
especially Sharon.
Why, thank you. You're very
I'm
sweet.
kidding, Carolyn. I thought she would hear that, but I was
Yeah.
kidding.
I
Yeah,
heard you.
You can hear with us.
I love all of you equally.
Patsy Darcy doesn't
What is-
like to be called dude.
Oh, I call everybody that, and they call me that, and I'm cool with it.
My nephew used to say that. Dude, I'm trying to say David.
I think it's fun.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't care what people call me. I'm just here to listen. And
Debbie
Couldn't
Swanky has
learn.
already bought a full wardrobe and
Really?
all the
Really?
drinkware, right, Debbie? She's all ready. Her suitcase is all filled with the Rambler
Debbie's
Celebration
going.
wardrobe.
Debbie,
Cute.
she didn't go to the last one, did she, Debbie?
No,
Swanky?
she didn't, but she's definitely going to this one, she said.
Oh, good.
that's cool.
I'm excited to meet her.
She's rooming with
excited to
Scooter.
meet-
And the normal time or,
What?
well, of course we
Well,
all
we have
time.
to talk about that, about
Debbie
that.
said she's not going if you're going, Nicole.
Who's not?
Talk about
Debbie.
what? Bedtime?
Oh, no, not bedtime.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I was too.
Before you renew Amazon Prime,
Kevin loves the turtle on it.
I know you would,
Yeah.
Kevin, say.
Turtle. Okay. As long as oh, hello. Mm.
Debbie Swanky has bought an entire wardrobe. She's waiting for pants and socks. She's
And
got the
headbands.
beach towels, she's got the hoodies, she's got the t-shirts, the tank top, the mug,
It's a beautiful
Ready
name.
to
stickers.
go.
She's putting the stickers all over her suitcase. Right, Debbie?
And her vehicle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she's stickering up everything.
Wow. That's dedication.
It is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Rambling Recruiter is my friend, Jeanette. That's who Rambling Recruiter is my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
Our friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody's friend.
Or a frenemy? Is it a frenemy?
No.
No,
Are you sure it's not a frenemy?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Just start saving now, $2 a week, and you'll have it by the time we go.
Get out of here, $2 a week. How many weeks are there till we go?
A lot.
Well,
Too many.
That might be
All
a
right.
secret, Sharon.
$10 a week.
That's better. I think that would be more.
With
Okay, Sassy,
inflation,
start putting
I'll
away
go.
$10 a week.
Okay, I'll put in more than that.
What did you buy earlier, Flo?
Just don't buy a coffee every day.
I can't. I have to.
Get a coffee maker.
I have many.
Oh,
I have a cold brew maker. I have a Keurig. I have that has the espresso machine where it froths.
You go out
the
for
milk and
drinks
everything.
all the time, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Like how many times a day? 10 times?
No.
Maybe. I mean, I go out a lot. because
Probably
somebody,
maybe 5 times at least.
yeah, somebody always needs me, and I'm not the only one going for drinks. I'm picking them up for people. I'm driving around and going places. I'm just always out during the day because I want to keep my legs going
Yeah.
because of that
Maybe you
accident.
could sell some
What
of your
did
coffee
Flo buy?
machines on your holiday.
But you gotta get your back fixed.
Janae brought it at Keurig.
Before the vacation.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, that's true.
Janae brings the Keurig.
Yeah, I have a Keurig.
But Janae brings one.
I would bring you mine. You can have
But
mine.
no,
It
Janae
has-
brings it.
She brings it?
Yeah, it's a pretty green one,
Oh,
like a
cute.
turquoise.
Ooh.
And if we feel like having another color, Janae will get us another color.
Oh, okay.
4
do
pairs
go
of
5
Crocs,
times.
2. I got, oh, really? You left your cart behind without, what?
Wait, what happened? I didn't see the chat.
She got 4 pairs of Crocs, 2 granddaughters and my daughter and her. And I got 25% off because I left my cart behind without purchasing it.
Oh,
Wow. Good. You want the porch with Kevin and Sharon, Sassy? What about Gary?
I wanted the porch. We'll
You
have to
trying to
find
get
it.
Gary out of his spot?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
The
No,
people-
we have assigned spots. Well, not really, but we already know where we're sleeping. I don't know where the rest of you are sleeping, but
I'll sleep on the floor. I mean, I'll be fine.
someone's gotta sleep in one of the rooms, at least a couple of rooms.
Is there like carpets at all in
Yeah.
there?
No, why?
Is there carpet? No.
I
Yeah,
can
you
bring-
don't want carpet,
Well,
caca.
There is a area rug in the family room, I think. Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably
I think so. I don't remember.
get like an air mattress or like something or one
I'll
of those.
probably keep my
beds
same
that-
room if we're at the same
Oh,
house.
you don't wanna use that. There's
I think I'll
just
keep
a-
my same room with my same bed because it has a pineapple clock in it, and I'll keep in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
That's
tried to
cute.
get the orange bird Crocs, but 2 things stopped me. Size was not there, and the price was $160. Oh yeah.
$160 for the orange bird Crocs?
Yes. So she got me the
I
pineapple
wanted the
ones
coffee
instead,
so
right,
bad.
Debbie? She got me the pineapple ones instead.
We'll
I
get a
broke
coffee,
into
Gal.
I broke into my thermos because I wanted it so bad with a hammer and a screwdriver.
What is that?
Really?
Yes.
What is that,
Oh
Gail?
my gosh.
What was that?
What?
What Gail had?
No clue.
She broke into her thermos.
I
Oh.
couldn't get the lid off, so I got a hammer and a screwdriver, and now I can have my coffee.
Oh my gosh.
I do. Hey, Harmony Wise, I have a coffee bar. I have a Keurig. I have a cold brew coffee maker, and I have a.
She doesn't
2
have an
French
ice
presses.
maker, and that's why she has to go out for drinks all the time. Can you believe that? Did I
And my
see?
freezer's
No, I didn't see
small.
what you bought, Flo. Let me see.
It might
I
be
do have a
cheaper to buy
coffee
little
bar.
ice maker for the house.
Oh,
coffee
wait
cups
a
on
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. It was Flo that bought the Crocs. I thought it was Deborah Swanky that brought the Crocs.
Who bought them?
Flo brought the Crocs, not Deborah Swanky.
She bought did she get the orange bird ones?
No. See, I got confused because I thought Flo was the one. I thought Debbie bought the Crocs, but it was Flo that bought those Crocs. And then Debbie said she tried to get me Orange Bird Crocs, but they were $160.
Right.
Wow.
I can't find them. They're too big. I can't find them. It's sad. I may end up with the pineapple ones. We'll see.
Yeah, I like the pineapple ones. Who's
Did
that?
we lose? I don't know. I'm not looking.
It'll take me a while to figure it out.
Tammy, I think.
Debbie.
No, was Tammy in here? She went down to chat.
I thought she was.
Maybe she's
No,
in
I
chat.
did not buy Crocs yet. Oh, okay. Are you guys thinking the beginning of the year, like when the snow? No, Sassy, no. Not when snow is on the ground. No, no, no.
What?
No snow.
No, definitely spring. Late spring.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say the second or third weekend. May. No, really the third week in May, not the second.
Crocs saved your foot pant. Yeah, we're a big fan. We've been wearing Crocs for years and years and years and years.
I've had them for years and years. They're in a closet. The hall closet. I never go in there for anything.
Yeah.
So, I suppose I could dig them out and see what they look like. I don't remember what they
And
look
posing. It's posing. If I sleep on the deck, do I get a cheaper rate? I'm serious. No.
like.
Every race. Well, see, we also have to.
Wait,
pay
do you mean
separately for airfare.
the deck? Do you mean the deck? You can't sleep out on the
Outside?
deck. What if it
No,
rains?
you don't want to do that. Bugs and getting
There's
bit.
Birds might poop on you.
There's snakes and alligators. We need a bigger umbrella too. I'll have to bring one shoe. I don't know if I can on a plane. Bring that big one.
Debbie's bringing a margarita maker.
What?
She's bringing a margarita maker.
Oh, the margarita maker.
You mean there's going to be alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that could be dangerous.
Oh, that's a heartburn station for me. So I'm gonna
That could be dangerous.
avoid that. Really? No.
Yeah.
Why?
Alcohol and YouTube?
Well, we won't go on. I mean, you just can't go on there.
No, but I just mean alcohol and YouTube people?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant alcohol and going on.
No, I mean alcohol and YouTube people.
Oh yeah.
Could be a brawl.
Well, I don't.
Could be a brawl, Danielle.
I'll
See,
tell
there
you
I go.
what.
I call her Danielle again. What is wrong with me?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Danielle in the chat.
I'm
like she
always
came back.
calling you Danielle. It drives me crazy.
No, that's okay. That's all right. Looking for snacks.
All right, Debbie. I don't know. These people can be crazy without alcohol.
Yeah. True.
Put some alcohol.
Might make them sane.
I don't know.
And Debbie says, only if people want. I don't want to put anyone in a position. You can do whatever you want.
Yes,
Nothing wrong
definitely
with
the NDAs this time and the psychiatric evaluations.
Non-disclosure, huh?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
That works for me.
NDAs all around.
Because what happens in, what is it, shellcation stays in shellcation?
Celebration.
Definitely a non-disclosure.
Celebration and a shellcation. Could be both.
Celebrate. We're there to celebrate good times.
Celebrate good times.
Just
Come
cut
on.
her off every time.
Were you a singer, Nicole?
No. What is the?
Singer.
No.
You could do we could do that at the house too.
Yeah, we should do some karaoke. That would be fun.
Yeah, we could probably do that. I have never been drunk in my life, so.
Me
Neither have I, Sharon.
Okay then.
Neither have I.
Oh wait, I take that back.
Not so bad, Scooter. I have
Me
bad.
That's a
neither,
lie,
Scooter.
Scooter.
Well, I can't say it the same.
Never, Scooter. I haven't either.
I wish I could say that, but it would be a lie.
My friend in Rhode Island tried to kill me, but that won't kill.
I gotta tell this lady.
I'll have a drink. I don't mind having a drink, even with we go out to dinner or something.
Yeah.
Kevin and I might have had a drink.
Like a nice little, my mother used to have a single strawberry daiquiri, like a frozen.
Right, exactly. I
Something
love
like
those.
that. I love
That's
that too.
what I have in Vegas. That's my go-to second drink.
I
That
think
or
I
I
could,
have.
I think I could do a daiquiri without getting heartburn. I could probably do that. Or you know those drinks at Red Lobster? It's like a strawberry and then it's cream. and it has like the strawberry syrup on the top and the strawberry that they put on the cup.
Oh, no.
It's so,
I
it's,
got strawberry or the
On your
Bahama.
decoupage.
What I get there, Bahama Mama.
oh yes, the blue one. Is it a blue
No,
one?
it's not blue. No. It's yellow.
Carolyn,
Yes.
buy your decoupage.
I want a
We should hang
shell.
out sometime, Sharon.
Yeah,
I think
I
we'd
always
have a
do it
good
on the
time.
shelves.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Nicole, and you
I've
had,
shown you before.
What, Sharon?
Oh,
well, you have to ask Carolyn, but I say if you meet us, you just ride with us.
Yeah.
Although I should know, because I'm not sure about the return trip, how.
What about Nicole? I've never seen Nicole. She keeps saying that she was decoupaging, but I never saw any of her decoupage.
I do decoupage, but I haven't.
I
in a while.
never saw any of it. Sorry.
But you have
She did it
stuff.
with the girls.
Oh, really? I don't remember seeing any of
I
it
want
though.
to do it, I want to do some.
I gotta show you just one of my wear. Remember this? Hold on a minute.
I don't remember seeing anything about it. And
Okay, wait a minute. Camera's gonna face me out first.
I don't remember.
Stuck on me.
Stuck on
Look at
you?
it.
What is that? Oh, let's see.
It's a shell.
Okay, that looks
Oh.
good. All
Oh,
that's pretty.
right. Okay.
You did the outside, and I never thought of doing the outside. Look at how she did that.
I did
That's
one of those
pretty.
like that. I did one. You
I
don't pay
haven't done
attention to
any of
me.
those yet.
You don't pay any attention to me.
Well, that's cool.
Show me the.
I like that.
That is awesome.
And I used the
You know-
antique white chalk paint,
Beautiful.
and then decoupaged that, and then took a different thing, and I decoupaged here, and then I painted in the inside.
How cute.
Wow.
Oh, Carolyn, I like that too.
I love that,
Pretty.
Carolyn.
Thank you.
Let's see Carolyn's.
Look at that.
Oh my, where'd you get that shell?
I made it.
What is that shell called?
Look, and then look at this side.
Yeah, but Carolyn, the actual shell, where did you
What
find
kind of
that?
shell is
It's
that?
a fox. No, it's called a fox conch, I think.
Didn't you get it at Evansville? At the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
See, I just found mine in Rhode Island, but it was, you know, I didn't go enough.
Wow, see, now I can't wait to
Yeah.
start doing mine.
I found it in Rhode Island, and
Oh, I've got
Beach.
one in so I'm gonna.
I put gold. I put gold in here.
Serviettes I sent you should have the fan shells with it.
That's
the
okay.
what?
From Carolyn, I got you serviettes and fan shells. So I
I
think you
got
got
'em.
4 sent. Oh yeah, see,
Yeah,
shell nuts. So she's got some to decoupage.
and I have all those Christmas napkins, and I have all that stuff, and my kids and I are gonna do that tomorrow. We wanna do the leaves though, but I don't know if we should wait until that more leaves are falling.
No, you're not
Or-
supposed to do them when they're crunchy, right?
I know that.
No.
No,
Well, no, I didn't know, I was asking.
No,
They have to
I
be-
think it's gotta be soft, so.
freshly fallen maple, we have red maple trees
Wonder if
here.
you could do that to roses.
Sure, I suppose you could.
No.
Let me think.
You'd
I
have to
don't-
dip them in something. I don't think you can do that.
Oh, dipping them, that would be fun, rose dipping and stuff. And
You,
put
you
it-
know what, try it on something that you don't care about and put a couple rose petals and see. if
Oh.
Oh, Debbie, yes, I'll do that with you.
I'll pay for one other, and we can put names in a hat and pull the winner. You're gonna have a masseuse come to the house. That could be
Oh, that
dangerous.
would be cool.
That'd be
Debbie.
awesome.
I've done.
There's somebody that's right across the street, Debbie.
Debbie, are you?
Really? You remember that?
Yes, I
You
told you.
I don't remember. You went over there?
I drove there. Remember I said I had to turn around?
No, I forgot.
And I said, oh, wow, this is where that lady lives, because there's advertisement there in that basket on that little
Maybe
table.
Sharon, you could get us all sponsored massages. Where's
Oh,
Sharon?
yeah?
How could Sharon do it? What do you
Sharon
mean?
does it. She's getting all sponsorships. She's on the head of
How
that
does
committee.
She do that?
She's on the head of the committee, Scooter. You've missed a lot of stuff not coming in the Zooms. We
I
all
don't
have
go in
committees.
there.
We all have committees.
Debbie, are you a party planner?
Sharon is the head of the sponsorship committee.
And Debbie's a
For the
party
trip.
planner. She's works in the hospitality
I have a
department.
busy life, okay?
Okay, well, Sharon has already got
I
it.
am
She's
always
already the
doing
project manager
something.
for that. Sorry.
Well, what, Sharon, how do you know to do that?
Tell her how
Oh, I
smart
did-
you
I
are,
used to
Sharon.
do it in Vegas for
She
when
used to do
worked.
it
I
in
used to
Vegas.
do that for the nursing homes. I used to get all kinds of donations. But I'll let Sharon do it.
Well, go for it, Debbie. I don't,
I knew you were gonna try to pull me into that.
well, I was gonna offer to let you be on the committee. That way we can both do nothing and come up with
You're
things to.
cute. I would if you want some help. I mean, just tell me what you want me to do, you know?
Yes,
You have my number. You can text.
that's true. You're right, I do. I will do that.
Or call, whatever you would like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do that.
All right. Well, I think we're going to
I'll be happy to
retire.
help you.
Okay.
I
Retire
used
for
to
the
be able to
evening.
really get good donations. I'm usually a good seller,
Okay.
so.
Oh, that's the best attribute on my committee.
I was always #1 seller at the movie gallery, selling the coupons to the
I
people.
was the #1 seller at my first telemarketing.
Yes, she was.
job.
Yes, she was
Were
the
you?
#1 telemarketer. Yeah,
Dial America. And
something you can hang your hat on. Something to be proud of, right?
I was #1 at movie
It's
gallery.
good. It's fine. The products weren't horrible. I mean, it was dial-up internet because that was popular at the time.
Okay, now
And
this isn't dry yet, but look, it's not dry
Oh,
yet.
that's nice.
Very nice.
That's nice. Really
Very
nice.
nice.
wait, I can't see her again.
Oh my gosh, Nicole, you got to get your eyes checked.
Oh, look.
Can you see
I
that?
can, yeah, but I wish it was bigger there.
There, now it's bigger.
Okay, all right.
It's nice. Good job, Debbie.
Thank you, it still has to dry.
But it's
Good
still
job,
good.
Scooter. That's
Good
beautiful.
job. All right.
you.
Seeing a lady having it done is what gave you the idea. I've never had a professional point. I have to apologize the whole time for not being fit these days. Eeks, Taco said.
Oh.
#1 shot caller. Okay. Well, we are going to retire the live and see you guys tomorrow. But thanks and prayers for Debbie D. Keep her in your
Yeah.
prayers. She's going to be operated on in like 3 hours, maybe less. Keep her in your prayers. And we'll
Yes,
see you
Debbie.
later. Bye, guys. Love you. Have a nice night.
Much love, everybody.
I love you
See you
guys.
later.
Really, I know that song.
Bye.
Right. I was